10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What is going down, my gentle giants?
Howdy, heckin' hello.
Whoa.
Howdy, heckin' hello.
Whoa.
Welcome.
Walker has this on a family-friendly podcast.
I do.
I tried to be as PG as I could.
We're trying to change our ways,
Oh.
and
We're trying to be more marketable.
we
It's a
can't.
blatant lie.
We
Gotta
can
be
no
ad
longer
friendly.
use
Gotta
the
be ad
words. Shit, fuck.
No,
Bitch.
frick, poop.
Well, no, I'm just letting them know the words we can't use, so they're aware. Like, if they don't know the actual word we can't use, then they don't know we can't use it. You know, like
Well, no,
slut,
we're-
whore, ass. We can't use any of those language. No more.
But
Oh, shoot.
yeah,
Sugars.
What?
Chinese checkers.
Oh, fish stick.
Fish
Oh,
sticks.
sticks.
Oh, turtle nuggets.
Naughty words.
Exactly.
Very naughty words. That's bad enough to get banned from your Christian Minecraft server.
It is.
Oh, absolutely.
That's church sponsored, by the way.
It's
Welcome.
church sponsored.
It is. Lepisode, yes. I'm already drunk after 2 sips of Bud Light, which is not
What are you,
sponsoring the
a
stream.
what are you, a lightweight?
I am. Episode 39. 39 frickin' weeks, gentlemen. 39.
That's a lot of
It
things
is.
to do week over week.
515 downloads is what we checked in at this morning, which is absolutely
Nice.
phenomenal. So thank you everyone for
I
that.
thought it went up a little bit.
It might have went up for that. That was late last night when I checked, which is technically in the morning.
518.
518. Okay, still it's huge. That's about 18 downloads this week. So thank you guys.
That's pretty cool.
15 in the last 7 days.
Nice. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. So how's it? Sorry, I'm burping. It's this unsponsored
Well, don't do that.
light bud hashtag. Everybody, what's going on? Welcome. What are we doing? What we happening? We got a special guest, Marco. Yes, I
Oh,
called him
hey.
Marco.
Yeah,
Mark.
that's weird.
XE. No,
Mark.
not XEX. EXE. Close
You
enough.
gotta be
Having
child
a
friendly.
strong-
Walker, you're
Advertiser
drunk.
friendly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Already joke it.
I know. I'm already.
You're buzzed. All
I
right,
am.
so I guess gloves are off then.
It's already.
We're not gonna get monetized on YouTube now.
Nope.
Fuck.
God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
Ripping the trap.
Fucking A, man. Sorry, we lasted. We lasted probably a good minute and a half there.
Minute and
That's
a
probably the
half, yeah.
quickest that I've. That's the longest I've gone without
Yeah.
saying the F word.
So
It's
that's
probably the longest
think
any
you're
of us
about
have ever
right.
lasted.
that is true. That is true. Hey, it's got me 2 kids, so it's leave it at that. Anyways, what's going on, gents? Mark, you're heading up the special guest list today. What's going on, bro? How you been?
Not too bad. Just been doing a lot of work, working at Best Buy, working at Penn State, normal stuff. Playing some Sea of Thieves with these guys here. Just, trying to chill out whenever I don't have things to do.
Really there. Thanks for coming on, man. It's the first time we've done a podcast together. I know you've been on a couple times.
Yeah, it's the
No,
first time I've
is
done
it?
one with you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
he's been on when I haven't been on.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I was
That's so weird. That's
LOA.
so weird to think.
It's usually a lot quicker.
it's a lot quicker. That's what she said. Speaking of that's what she said.
Dang.
How you doing, James? I'm talking to you, guy in the middle of my screen.
Oh,
But you don't know that.
No, I don't. Well, I do know that because you told me earlier.
That's true.
Oh, just playing video games and seeing a movie.
Sure did.
So I saw Joker.
Yeah, you did.
What'd you think?
It was good. It was really good. 8 out of 10.
All right, that's fair.
There's some parts that were just
They were slow.
they were very slow moments, but I could appreciate the slow moments. They kind of advanced they advanced the character and the plot a little bit.
Gotcha.
So I mean, it was still good. really, really extremely disappointed he did not say we live in a society.
Kinda did though. It was close. His verbiage kind of led
yeah,
to
but
that.
he didn't say he
Specifically.
didn't say the Joker catchphrase, we live in a society.
It's true.
So it's not really a Joker movie. Yeah, I saw that on when did I see that? When was my
Wednesday
last
or
day?
something?
Wednesday, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, when did I text you guys? This whole week has been a blur because my days consist of wake up, go to work, come home, want to play Fire Emblem. And while I'm at work, I'm like, I can't wait to get home and play Fire Emblem.
It's a good problem to have, though.
I really,
Yeah, there's worse things.
I am trying my damnedest
Playing
to
a
get with
dating
Claude.
simulator.
To get with Claude. I am trying so goddamn hard.
What is that?
Claude is the best waifu. No cap.
What the hell,
He
dude?
is-
No cap.
He is the sweetest fucking man in that game. And I love him.
He must be mine.
He must be mine.
What the hell, dude?
But no, seriously, that game is becoming a quick joke. Where everyone, Claude including, is stupid overleveled. Like, it's not even challenging anymore. I really shouldn't have played on Baby Easy.
Oh
I
jeez.
really shouldn't have played it on, like, Baby Casual.
Can you switch it or no?
Nope.
Wow.
I'm in it to win it, and I'm, like, 8 hours in now, so it's like,
Yeah.
I ain't restarting.
How long is that game?
I think How Long to Beat has it as main story. Now it's weird because I don't know if they're talking about because you can choose one of the three houses to be their professor. And
Okay.
if I'm thinking How Long to Beat is saying one campaign, so one of the houses, it's about 56 hours. Or so. 50 plus
Jeez.
hours.
Dude, if it's 50
Um,
plus hours, then why, like, in it to win it, I understand, but not when it's 50 plus hours. Like,
What do you mean?
you're still just scratching the surface of that sucker.
How
Yeah,
you
I
mean?
am. Yeah.
Well, that's what
am
I
just
mean, like-
stretching.
I just don't think he wants to redo those first 9 hours. That's all.
Oh no.
Yeah,
no,
I don't blame you.
I don't. I really don't.
I don't blame you, but then you're gonna play the rest of the game on a setting that, I don't know, if you don't find it appealing.
Well, I find it appealing because I'm into the story bit.
Okay.
And I know my chat is into the story bits too. And
Okay.
they're also really hyped.
This is Breath of
when-
Fire?
No.
Fire Emblem?
It's close.
It's just Breath of
That's
the
what I
Wild.
meant.
Fire?
That's what I meant. That's what I was.
We're merging games
that's what I
now.
meant.
It's-
I was
it's
looking
just
at
Breath of
something. My bad.
Breath of
Yeah,
Fire.
yeah,
Yeah, you know, Breath of Fire, the popular Xbox 360 game that didn't sell any copies. But no, it's really getting good now. I am fully hooked. They hooked me. I'm in. And man, whenever I get crits, I celebrate.
Good.
You should hear me whenever I get a critical because I am it's like I just scored the game-winning basket in like the March Madness tournament in
There you go.
basketball. I
Nice.
get
Nice.
so goddamn hyped every time there's a critical because it's just oh, I see my character flash on the screen and says something and then just dead. Everything's dead. Oh, this dude with 20 health? Yeah, fuck you. 76 damage.
Fuck off, bitch.
Super overkill. The only thing that can make it better is if there was a big old sign that said overkill or bitch
Overkill.
got fucked. So, but yeah, Fire Emblem is really good. That has taken over my life, and I am going to be, if I cannot find my wired Switch controller, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life on Friday, after Friday. because I have to send in my left Joy-Con to Nintendo because I'm getting that drift. I'm getting that Joy-Con drift.
Oof.
So
Everything moved to the left, to the left.
Yep. And when you're playing a strategic RPG where placement is important,
Mm.
it's
When is
not great.
placement not important?
Well, turn-based RPGs. The old Final Fantasies, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, point.
But yeah, so so I'm gonna have to send that to Nintendo. And that means if I can't find this controller that magically walked away on its own, like my blue PlayStation 4 controller, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. I'm gonna be without Fire Emblem for God knows how long.
Ooh.
That's
I'll
no
probably
good for
just curl
that's
up
no
into a
good for the
ball and
relationship you're trying to
die.
develop.
Exactly. And also think of it like this. Have you guys ever played a game that you put many hours into and then you stop playing for a while?
Mm-hmm.
And then you come back and you're like, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I
Yep.
play?
That's assuming
I
you
know.
even come back to it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I stopped playing Persona 5. That's why I never beat Persona 5, because I was like 20 hours into that game and I didn't play for like 3 months.
That happened to me in Final Fantasy VII. I beat Sephiroth and Sephiroth, and my after I beat the first part of him, because then you get sucked down into the world. My game froze after I beat him, so it never registered that I beat him, and I never played the game for like 7 years plus, because I was so mad. I'm like, did this really just happen?
That reminds me of my Resident Evil 6 story.
PS2.
Have I ever told my Resident Evil 6 story on the podcast? I probably have, like many times.
You have, but it's been a minute.
All right. So I bought Resident Evil 6. I bought the collector's edition because I'm a huge Resident Evil mark. And I take it home. I download all the goodies that came with it, all the other Resident Evil games that came with it, and I pop in Resident Evil 6. I'm like, yay, I'm ready to have a good time. Man, I really like Leon, so I'm going to start off with Chris. I play Gears of Evil 6.
Yep.
Gears of
And,
Evil 6.
Because all it is, all
So bad.
Resident Evil 6, Chris's campaign, is just Gears of fucking War.
That's just literally huge
All
monsters.
it is. Giant monsters attacking cities. There was one cool part where I marked out a little bit because, Chris and Leon had a stare down. They both pointed guns at each other. That made me mark out pretty hard. But other than that, it was pretty damn bad.
Horrible.
Then after that, I'm like, okay, I'm going to play Jake Wesker's story. It's QTE the game. All it is just QuickTime events. All it is QuickTime events. So I'm playing it. I'm like, is this supposed to be fun? Am I supposed to be having a good time here? God, I can't wait to get to Leon's story. I get to Leon's story.
Wah, wah, wah.
I get to Leon's story. I'm like, it's slow paced. It's spooky. This is a Resident Evil game. Oh my god. And I'm actually enjoying myself. I'm like, yo, this is pretty good. I like it. I get to the final boss of Leon's story. The final boss of the last campaign before Ada's. And I get a little message that shows up on my screen. Data is corrupted, or save file is corrupted. Please uninstall and reinstall.
Ooh.
And I look at it, and
That's
I just start
balls, bro.
I just start laughing. I'm
That's
like,
good.
"Ha, that's a good one, Capcom. I thought April Fool's Day was, 2 months ago. So I'm like, okay, let me try it again. This is on the PS3 days. So I don't know if any of you have played the PS3. Please take it off. Please take off that fucking.
I'm so
fucking
hot.
warranty.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
warm.
God
We're
damn
gonna
it.
we're gonna leave it halfway.
So I turn it off, which is a chore because it's on the PS3 and it doesn't know, it barely works because it was the PlayStation 3. And then I turn it back on, start it back up, everything's fine, get to the exact same fucking spot. It's a goddamn ladder that I'm climbing. I get right up to the top and the fucking thing crashes again, just like last time. Now I'm like, fool me once, Capcom. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm going to do this again. So I pop it back in for a third time. I actually clean the disc and everything. I pop it back in, start it up, the same fucking spot. The game crashes again. And I'm just sitting there for probably a solid 5 minutes on a black screen with white text. And you know what I do? I jam that eject button, rip out the game, and yeet it across the room. Like a fucking frisbee.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
sounds done.
And then just like with World War Z, I go in and immediately fucking uninstall it.
It's such a good story. 'Cause it's
It
so
is a good
it's
story.
so
It's a very
So
shitty.
relatable.
It's a very good story of my
Very
game.
relatable.
So shitty though that it happened.
Oh.
So I'm like, that's
So I just
funny.
came every time now, from now until probably forever. Every time I play a Resident Evil game, there's a little bit in the back of my head. There's a little itty bitty thing back there saying, "It's gonna fucking crash at the end. It's gonna fucking crash at the end." So even though I buy the stupid expensive edition or buy 2 copies of the expensive edition because I can't wait 12 fucking hours to pick up the game.
Yes, that actually happened.
Yeah, that's what I did with Resident Evil 2 Remake. I pre-ordered the deluxe edition at Best Buy because it came with a steelbook case.
Okay.
Then I found out GameStop was doing a midnight opening for the game.
Ooh.
So I go, fuck. I gotta buy it from them. So I go into the GameStop, I put all the money down, and it's a $70 game.
It's just.
Because I got the
Oh
collection.
yeah, because you got the steelbook. Yeah.
This one didn't come with a steelbook.
Oh.
This one
But it was
came with
still
like,
the collector's
costumes
edition?
and stuff. Yeah, it came with like costumes and a code for you could have the original music play instead of the remake music.
Each company kind of has their own limited edition version that comes with like one thing the other manufacturers don't come with. Like Best Buy gives you the steelbook. Like GameStop will give you one thing.
Best Buy gave me the exact same shit.
Oh, did they? Usually it's one piece that's different.
The only thing that was different is that I got a steelbook version at Best Buy.
Oh.
I got a separate steelbook.
Because I know at Kingdom Hearts,
there
was a different Keyblade.
I wanted the game 12 hours early.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought the fucking thing twice. And I sold it to a buddy for $25, and he let me eat some shit at a wrestling event for free. I didn't have to pay the tab essentially. I didn't have to pay the entry fee.
All right.
That's awesome.
All right, well that
That's
works.
applause.
Yeah, there you go.
Motherfucker still hasn't
Teamwork
played
makes
it.
the dream work.
The motherfucker still hasn't played.
Because he only paid $25 for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he paid $25 for a
perceived
$70 fucking game.
He's probably like, eh.
Yeah, Fire Emblem's fantastic. Play it. Everyone who has a Switch, play it. If you don't have a Switch, buy a Switch and play it. That was my week.
One of you guys go.
Well-
Nate James or Shorter.
Honestly, it's been a very, very dull. Well, I mean, it hasn't been a dull week per se. Hung out with my girlfriend, had her birthday celebration stuff. That was fun. Other than that, though, I haven't done anything.
I
Then
see you got a stupid fucking onesie.
I got it for $5.
That's $5 too much.
Tell me more.
My girlfriend got it for me, so I was like,
Yeah,
"Fuck
where
it."
can you find
So
onesies?
she
for
sold it to you for
$5?
$5.
No, she just gave it to me.
Okay.
I got 2 of them. Just wait. You gotta wait till next week or whenever I stream. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably stream tomorrow and wear it.
Oh god.
So 2
Aw.
for $5 or
It was 2 for $10, so $5 a piece. They were marked down from 28. Worth it. 21, my fault.
Okay. As long as it keeps you warm, I guess.
Yo, this shit's warm as
That
shit.
thing was $21.
At one point,
Jesus Christ.
you
It's a
know,
lot of wool.
you gotta
or
stay warm.
Plastic stuff. Fiber.
Fiber.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know what
Margellans.
it's called.
It's made out of pure Margellans.
But yeah, man, not a lot. I've not done a shit ton at all this week. I've done fuck all, realistically. I got a Dragon Ball hoodie. That was sick.
Dragon Ball's trash.
mean-
Oh,
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were fine. Everything
Okay,
else is
no.
bad.
Dragon Ball was good. Dragon Ball Z was alright in certain parts. Dragon Ball Super made me hate the prior stuff.
That's fair.
why do you have to say this when Walker's in here?
No,
You gotta
don't
give
worry,
him
I
an
will
aneurysm.
yell it when he comes back here.
Nice.
We'll probably just agree. Yeah, same though. I haven't done
No,
a
he will laugh it off.
whole ton.
He'll laugh and be like, "I know you hate it. It's good. Shut up."
No, but yeah, honestly, like that's realistically my
fun.
week. I mean, I played some Sea of Thieves. Played.
Thieves of
Oh,
Seas.
I jumped into the
Sure.
first Thursday night brawl. That was a time.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That was a
I
fucking
watched
time.
that.
I'll tell you that.
Good old Overwatch fight night.
Yep. That was
That
funny.
road was some shit.
That was hard. That was
Sorry
super
about that. That was the first time I was trying out those custom
Nah,
maps. so,
you're
like,
good. Like it was
I had fun,
amusing
though.
at first, but fucking Baptiste with the
difficult.
jump.
So, what do you guys do for your Thursday night fight club that you don't
Really
talk about because
depends.
it's Fight Club?
Oh
Oof.
yeah, the return of the Lunk. Lunk came back too that
Lunk?
night. Yeah, he's one of the
Yeah.
guys. He's one of the seasoned veterans of the overnight battle royale. Andy's hanging out on the Dodo King's hanging out on the thing over here.
I don't know.
His chat.
I think. What?
Nice.
He's hanging out on the chat.
Yeah, he's in the
Nice.
chat over here.
Sup,
But
Dodo King?
but Lunk joined us last week. He'd been at MIA for a while. So that's good news. Still alive.
Yeah,
He's just popping over because it said we're live. Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by, Pimptron. Good to see you there. But yeah, man, we is that what we're gonna do next Thursday? More of the mix up like that?
I'm down for new shit.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
see
You
why
said,
not. It's
you
really
said
up to what everybody wants to do.
you said there was a 2D version of the
Yeah, I
of the
found like
Super
a
Smash Brothers
side-scroller
version. What?
I'm sorry. A what? In Overwatch?
Yeah, so yeah,
The
they
side scroller one that has like a Super Smash Brothers like concept to it.
yeah, just like an Overwatch map, and then they position the camera in a certain area using Overwatch Workshop, and then they have damage values above their head, and then the more you hit them, and the higher value they have, they'll like
Aw.
fly off the map or die.
Yeah, so it's just like Smash.
Yeah, just with Overwatch characters. So it'll be cool to see what happens. That was the first
Trace-
time we did it.
Tracer for Smash confirmed.
Hmm.
Tracer for Smash confirmed.
What?
I don't know.
You heard it here
think-
first, folks.
I think they have pretty big like hold on their IPs.
No, Blizzard was like, they can have them. We don't care. And then
Is that something you
Nintendo's
just
like,
found?
no, it's a joke.
Oh.
Well, no, the actual like Blizzard saying they can have any character Nintendo can have any character they want from Overwatch and Smash. They've come out. Bobby Kotick from Blizzard came out and said that. But that's not going to happen, as we'll talk about in the news. Oh, Walker's
But
back.
other than that, on this end though, Sea of Thieves, pretty damn fun.
Sea of Thieves.
Yes,
Sea of Thieves is a good time.
I'm having some fun with it.
Thieves of Thieves. Hold on, wait.
Steve
Dragon
of
Ball
Thieves.
is fucking trash.
That's debatable.
The entire series sucks.
Dragon Ball, yes, I didn't like. So I agree with you on that one.
That's the best one.
That's the only good one.
James
That's
just
the
said
only
Dragon
good
Ball is trash. Dragon Ball is trash. He didn't say it Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball S. You said Dragon Ball was trash.
Dragon Ball as a franchise is trash.
Can't go back on what you said.
The Akira Toriyama Dragon Ball cinematic universe is trash.
And he says Twitch is gonna implode.
Pretty much. The whole the universe that watches is going to implode.
It's gonna black
in-
hole like
in-
Fortnite black hole.
Yeah.
In 18 episodes. It's gonna take 18 fucking episodes for the world to destroy in 30 seconds.
He's not wrong.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
How long
not
was he
wrong.
holding that ball above his head? I don't remember.
He's
in a
not
week.
wrong.
That would be for when
So
we talk
strong.
when we actually get around to talking about Dragon Ball Super Walker.
I
when we
still
do
have that
goddamn
list
podcast.
of the top 25 greatest animes of all time.
Hey, we could do that too. We don't have much news this week, so we could do lists.
Did you guys both go over your weeks?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
we're-
short.
Oh,
You're
okay.
cheap, man.
Let's talk about Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
I
talk
got some
about
stories.
how fucking much we love Sea of Thieves and how we saw that white megalodon.
Get
Yeah.
it
You're
over with.
lying.
No,
No.
dead fucking serious.
Fucking eat my asshole multiple times. It was fucking like
It's
legit
pretty
too.
dope.
Like
Dude,
I'm back.
Yeah, it was a little bit after you got off. Like we saw it.
I'm gonna stroke out.
dude, there's so many
You're
fucking
lying to me.
there's so many
You're fucking lying. It's one of the most rare things to see in that game, period.
just eat these nuts.
Nut.
No.
Nut.
Speaking of some stories though, man, fucking so was it no, it was 2 days ago, me and Mark started playing by ourselves. We get in the game, we're like, okay, we're just gonna adventure around and hang out. Literally 30 seconds after we leave, this team literally follows us. And we ran out of equipment, so the only thing we can do is run away. For a good 30 to 40 minutes, this team is following us. Would not leave us alone. So we literally go to the top of the map, to the bottom of the map, to the top of the map, to the bottom of the map, like 4 times, and this team just literally is on it, just has no shame, and there's nothing we can do. Like we're out of wood, we're out of cannonballs.
We didn't even have anything on our boat. We were just
Yeah.
trying to.
In retrospect, we
Jump for the
honestly could have
game.
just gotten sunk and reset. Yeah, we had nothing. We literally just started. We're like, but let's fuck it. We're just keep going. And the only reason why we got away is by accident. I skidded across the fort of the damned island. I literally skid across the island. So the side of our boat's getting fucked. They go front face into the boat. Like they go head on into the island. And they got
Yeah.
stuck.
nice.
And so we're out of wood. So our boat's sinking. So I'm sailing it to the next closest island. Mark's just chucking water.
Oh shit! Yeah, we had 2 holes at the bottom,
Yeah.
and we could just find somewhere to get wood so we wouldn't die.
Yeah. And so that's all he's doing is just chucking the water. I'm sailing. So we get to an island. He's fucking still chucking water. I'm looking for wood. Can't find any. Luckily, we found 2 pieces of wood. So we were able to patch the 2 holes. And then you guys got on. It's like, Jesus.
Is it just me, or does it seem like it's a lot harder to find wood now?
Yeah.
What's up, viewers?
Yeah, it's a little tough. It
Yeah,
can
I
be
guess
tough
so.
to find. I've
It seems
noticed.
harder after this latest update.
It was quite hard. It was.
It's been more of a problem recently.
And then I think Nate James.
Pause.
It was yesterday. It was us 4. When Nate James is with us. I make a joke literally 30 seconds, and it was like, wouldn't that be funny if the Kraken showed up? Literally, we set sail. The Kraken
Like
shows
20
up,
yeah, 20 feet outside of the.
Dude, that
off
shit
the island.
fucking.
and it sunk our ship within a minute. And we're like, oh, well, run it back, start over.
Try it again.
It's like, jeez. And then yesterday with James, when you were playing, that was fun. Because for those who
Yeah.
don't know, there is a new update. It's a Halloween update.
Goat right here.
You want to go tell the story, and then I'll finish up with mine and Schroeder's story that happened after that. Go ahead, James.
All right. So with the what is it called? Shadow of the Damned.
Fort of
update?
the Damned.
Fort of the Damned update. Fortnite update. They added this one quest line where basically you have to die. What is it, like 7 different ways?
6.
5.
Six?
6?
6, yeah.
Yeah, 6 times, 6 different ways, specific ways. So you can get like I don't know, a thing. So you
Electrocuted
can get,
8.
Yeah, you can get a thing, and then you can go to a thing.
Yep.
So
You have to look it up yourself. We won't tell you how you
Do
die,
some
but
stuff.
no, I'll tell you how you died because I
well,
fucking
you have-
died every
you
single
I was
goddamn
like, never
time.
mind. You have to tell us. You have to tell them. That's the only way
Yeah.
they're gonna know.
All right, so Walker here dies first by getting eaten by a shark while we're trying to get hit by lava.
Oh my god, that was
Yeah,
so
fucking lava
fucking.
was so annoying.
And every
That
time
was
we would,
so annoying.
That was the most annoying one,
yeah,
for sure.
every time you roll up to an island, oh, it's blowing up. We're gonna get hit. We fucking get to the island, it stops exploding.
It's like, no, we're
or there's
We did
that
that
one
fucking
that
3 times.
stop looking at me.
or there's that one where there was the one on to our right that was just shooting off like crazy. I'm like, oh, it's done. It's about to be done. So we just keep
Yeah,
going.
we go past
And
it.
the fucking thing has the most stamina ever. It's just blowing its goddamn load for like 5 goddamn minutes.
And we're sitting there in the distance. And we're like, we should have fucking turned and went to it.
So we're going along. We're sailing away, and
You finally do get killed by a lava rock.
no, I get killed by a lava rock.
Yeah, that's
I
yeah,
take
yeah.
it right on the goddamn chin. I forget. I think I was on the boat. Yeah, I was on the boat, and I don't think I was paying attention or anything. It just, bam, dead. So you die. When you're in the dead zone, you use your lantern to get another light, and then you light up. You hashtag 420. And then
Very true.
so another one that we had to do is get killed by a skeleton. Oh no, Jeff, I thought you died to it. I thought you got that one, the skeleton one.
I might have. I got one of them.
Because we had to do it
Yeah.
twice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think
because-
that's what ended up happening. Yeah, we had to end up
Yeah.
doing it 2 times.
Yeah, so Jeff dies, something happens, I have to die from a skeleton. So I'm like, all right, come at me, bros. They get me, they off me. So I get that. Have to get struck by lightning.
That was the hardest one.
We sail into the middle of a storm.
It's not even a storm. It's a fucking hurricane.
Yeah.
It's a hurricane. I'm
Twice.
standing on the crow's nest all the way up top.
Holding a sword
holding
aloft.
a sword.
Screaming to the gods of
Just
Fucking-
get me.
In retrospect,
Hit
too,
me.
Nate James did this about an hour earlier. It happened to him like in a second.
Yeah.
And then in some cases,
Nothing
it happens and you don't want it to.
Nothing happens. I get the TNT barrel that is next to me get struck by the lightning. And I die because of it. Because it explodes.
It was funny as hell.
So, go back, run it back. We get out of the storm. We go into another storm. What was it, 2 or 3 storms?
It's like 3.
Yeah.
So we had
'cause the
we went to
second
an
storm
island. We
tried-
left like, yeah.
Yeah, I tried, nothing happens. I'm like, all right. 3rd time. I get hit. I'm like, oh, I got hit. And then like half my health's gone. And then I blink and I die. And I'm like, sweet, I got killed. Cool. Let me just get my lantern and yada yada yada. Blaze it. Now we have holes in our boat. So I go and I'm trying to get this water out of the bottom of the boat.
Boom, boom.
Every goddamn time I go up to the top of the deck, go up onto the deck, don't I get hit by lightning?
He was a fucking
it
magnet for
takes
lightning bolts after
Half
that.
of my health. So I run down, I eat, more water out, boom, hit again. Run down, eat, grab
It's
some
happened for
water,
like 20 minutes.
bam, again, yeah. Every single time
I literally
went up onto the deck, I would get hit by lightning.
Yep. And it was so because like we tried for like a 30 minutes for someone to get hit by lightning. It didn't happen.
Anyway,
And then finally, now we get it, and we want to be done with it. Nope, we're not done.
And I get hit every single time.
No one else does. It's only him now. Like
it's only me. It's like it's hunting for me. The crosshairs are over my head at this point. Then there was the get killed by a person.
Yeah, and we're on shore getting the ritual skull. No one's near us. Go ahead, James.
No. Oh, Andy says, "What's up, Geach?"
Yo.
From the Thursday Night Brawler. He says, "What's up?"
What's going on?
Nobody is near us. There's a ship way fuck off in the distance, like a fuck off long way.
In the middle of a storm.
In the middle of a storm, so we could barely see it. I'm on the
We're
boat.
just assuming they're doing the same thing we were just doing.
Yeah.
Trying to, because it's the quest and it's difficult to do. Why else would you fly into a storm like that? So we're all right. They're minding their own business. They're doing their own thing. Level of what's that? Sense of security stabilized. Falsely
I'm just hanging out there on the boat, and boom, I'm just dead. And I'm like, the fuck just happened? And I think it was Mark that went, there's someone on our boat.
Someone on the ship.
Someone's on the ship.
It's like, I killed him.
I'm like, what the fuck? So I get the fire. Everything's good. And then what was the last one that we had to do?
That was it. That was the last one.
Lava, shark, skelly bellies. Oh, poison.
Yeah.
I didn't get poisoned.
I got poisoned.
Yeah, I did not get poisoned.
Yeah, so
or
they
sharked.
Yeah, literally the dude had to have swam. It had to have taken him a good 5 to 10 minutes to swim from his boat to ours. There's no way he made it sooner than that because there was a large gap between his boat and ours. It literally had to take him at least minimum 10 minutes to swim to us.
Yeah.
So then we decided, okay, so now we got everything.
I like how you cover it up after the fact.
I didn't notice that, so that was my fault. So okay, we got everything. So now it's time to go to,
Jeez.
So now it's time to go to,
My God.
Don't mind me.
GG's all around.
The Fort of the Damned. So we get to the Fort of the Damned, and because it was the one night, you weren't on, James.
No,
I
was playing Fire Emblem.
I think we decided to go there for shits and giggles with like Mark. I don't know who all was on. I know you were there, Mark, weren't you? The first time we go to yeah, and I think it was Schroeder. So we decided to go. There was between 6 to 10 ships.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy. And so we're like wow, okay, but we didn't have anything. So this time we did. So we get there. There's one ship. I'm like, okay, maybe they're playing it cool. Nope. They got a gunpowder barrel. They blow up the bottom of our ship. We patch it, and then us and the ship literally are just doing circles around the island. They can't.
No, there were times where we were anchored.
Oh yeah, because we were stopped.
Back and forth. Yeah.
And so yeah, we literally probably did this for a good 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and unfortunately they ended up. I'm pretty sure at this point we were just like, fuck it. There's no we're not focused on the mission. We're just focused on sinking their ship. Like I wrote in chat like, hey, we're just trying to do the mission. Schroeder writes in the chat, we're trying to do the mission. Didn't work. So then our ship gets sank. I go on. Schroeder like yeets himself onto their boat, starts just hacking and slashing, killing both people, and then I jump into the water with a gunpowder barrel. I blow myself up, blows their ship up, and our ship is sunk at this point, and their ship starts sinking, and we're just like, yeah! Completely failed the mission that we were doing.
As I was stuck on the boat.
We still avenged.
We did. We avenged ourselves.
We did. We got the dub in our hearts.
Yes.
We got the dubs.
So then it was.
It would have been super gangster though if we would have been able to
do both.
Yeah, I would be able to get out of there. Like if the boat wouldn't have sank.
So then I get off.
Yep, and then it's me, Mark, and Schroeder. I don't think anything really wild happened when us three were on. Not that I can remember. So Mark gets off, and then it's me and Schroeder. Within like the first minute, our ship sinks, but I don't remember why. I know our ship sank because we ended up on a completely different island.
Was it like the Kraken or something?
I think it was a Kraken and a Megalodon. It was something like that. I don't remember, but our ship sinks literally within the first minute. So we're like, okay, whatever. So we're getting random shit and like, let's go to the skull. Let's go to one of the skull.
Got our oil run.
Let's go to one of the skull islands. So me and him decided to try to take on one of the skull islands. Not the new mission, but just a regular skull island. Shit took forever.
It did, just the two of us, but we got it down to a science though.
We did.
We got a pattern that worked really well.
You have to do like a 1-2 punch with the skeletons. Because I would die, and then he like would run away, then he would die, and I would run away, so we literally had to keep doing this loop. It took us a while. So we win. Like and especially like the golden skeletons. So our ship is in a place that we can't shoot them with the cannons. So we have to get them in the water and shoot them with our guns. It took forever. I think we did this for about like 45 minutes. It was something like that.
Jeez.
So, okay, I'm gonna go get our ship. Nope, our ship is fucking stuck on a fort.
Like that one time.
Yeah, but this was even worse because there was like those like castles that are outside that have the cannons of the forts.
Yeah.
There's like a bridge. It was literally stuck on that bridge, and we couldn't move the ship. And so we're like, okay, worst case scenario, we're just gonna get these little tiny rafts, and we're just gonna put everything on the fucking raft and sail off. And so literally going back.
No. We got the boat unstuck. Remember?
Oh yeah. No, we finally got it unstuck. I don't even know how we did, but somehow we did. Like we're literally going back and forth, and somehow we got the ship to turn around. And I literally had I think I went around the island like 4 times because I couldn't position the boat correctly. So I finally get it nestled in this little bay where literally we can just jump off the boat, grab the loot, put it on the ship. It was literally right there.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
We get Schroeder takes the last piece, sets it on the ship. The ship disappears and all of our loot falls into the water.
Straight disappears, bro. Doesn't sink. Doesn't give us a goodbye note. We'll kiss on the forehead. Nothing. Just
literally disappears. Bye. And then the siren emerges from the water telling us to go to our ship. We're like, what the fuck happened?
What the fuck?
We're like,
fucked.
Our ship had to have sank, but the fact we were in such shallow water, there was no place for it to sink, so it literally just vanished.
So then,
God.
so all that we're left with is a tiny little life raft.
Yeah. And so
we
we're
started
doing
loading that fucking thing up.
And then Schroeder dies out of nowhere. Magically, he died.
Yeah, totally fine.
Like there was no skeletons, nothing. He dies and he vanishes. He goes to where the ship is. So I'm literally at this point we have everything on that raft. That's the picture I sent. Is us putting all of that loot on a raft because we were literally set to just fucking book it on that raft to go find an outpost.
Yep.
And
so when I die, I'm being teleported back to the ship, and fortunately it wasn't too far away. So fucking here we are, Walker and I, trying to find each other in the open sea.
Because I start cruising. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna sail and hopefully find something here.
Yeah.
So that was rough. And he was like, you gotta kind of tell me where you're at. I'm like, it's gonna be interesting.
I'm in the water. What do you see? More water.
And so then we ended up finding each other. I crashed into the side of the ship with the raft. But yeah, we ended up doing
Masterful captaining.
We got a lot of money though.
We did. Like 20,000 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like unreal. Like this is like anything that could go wrong in that adventure went wrong. Yeah, the second our boat vanished, me and Schroeder were just like, what? Yeah, Schroeder was like, I think I fell off. I'm like, no, our boat disappeared. He was like, yeah, it did. What the hell? Where'd it go? Because I'm like, Schroeder? And he's like, yeah, I fell off the ship. I'm like, no, you didn't fall off the boat. The boat disappeared.
Yeah, I fell off the ship and then was like rained on by our loot.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, literally all of a sudden, all just dumps into the water. I'm just like, and we had like 7 gunpowder barrels.
Fuck.
Yeah, so we got lucky. I don't even know how we died. Yeah, he just vanished. It's like, I wonder if we were away from our ship too long, so it just automatically like put somebody on our ship.
Or it could. Are you sure it didn't have like a hole in it?
No.
Well, I'm thinking what happened is
I'm not sure there wasn't a hole in it. I had no idea.
I'm assuming our ship
pulled that bitch up and it fucking disappeared out from under my feet.
I'm assuming what happened is that we didn't, because the way it was wedged, I'm assuming it was too on shore and the ship couldn't move. So the game just kind of reset the ship. I'm assuming that's what probably happened, but
Probably.
I'd imagine.
Overall, the game is super fun though. Obviously, for everyone that's listening, we all love it.
We have a lot of fun with it.
We got a campaign though, because there's 5 to 6 of us that like playing. If Mitchell plays, there's 6. Like, so I was thinking last night, because they're like, so the small ship, 2 people, the medium ship you have 4, because the medium ship has 4 cannons, and upstairs and downstairs, and then 2 sails, and the large ship have 6. Because then you have 8 cannons, 3 levels. You have to cook. You have to man 3 different sails. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I'm not quite sure why they
Six-person crew.
Why they made it 4. I don't know if the servers wouldn't be able to handle 6.
100% would.
So
if it has the ability to continuously change itself, it has the ability to take 2 more characters per team.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was.
Just gotta do it.
Yeah, I was gonna think about, like, we all should tweet like, hey, listen, why don't you just add 2, 4, 6? Like, to me that makes sense, because right now it's 2, 3, 4.
Everyone tweet at Rare and at Sea of Thieves. Hey, add a 6-person crew.
It would make sense because you have 4 people and 8 cannons. Like,
Right.
8 cannons and 3 giant sails that when you try to move by yourself, move super slow. So it would make sense, but who knows?
Slow as molasses. Molasses on a winter morning.
Molasses on a winter morning.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day. But you can tell, though, when they release these updates, that's when everybody plays. I've never seen that many people on that one night when there was 10.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like with the Fortnite and the MMOs.
Yeah.
You know, people play it for a little bit, and then they get off, they stop playing, and then new update comes out, everyone comes back on to see what's new, and they play that for a little bit, and then bounce off.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Well, yeah, because look at
very true.
The World of Warcraft Classic. That was fucking booming, and that's completely fell off the map now until.
For only God knows how long.
But yeah, they said they're gonna release a second expansion to that though in December, so we'll see.
It's gonna be completely original, except we're gonna expansion it out.
Yeah, we're reintroducing Cataclysm, guys.
Hey,
Mr. Pandora.
I wonder if they would do that. They would actually go through all the original expansions again.
Well, maybe they would add like a server that has, this one has Wrath of the Lich King and prior. This one's gonna have Cataclysm and prior. This one's gonna have whatever the fucking first expansion was. No one remembers.
Can you play any of those things now?
Oh yeah, Burning Crusades. I mean, it's all in the game still.
So you can
go
and
still have the quest.
Oh, you do?
If you have the base game, yeah. If you have the not WoW Classic but the regular World of Warcraft experience.
What if you buy World of Warcraft now? Does it have everything from the previous stuff?
I mean, if you get all the
Yeah.
You still have to buy it. You still have to buy the expansions.
Oh yeah.
You can buy a big box set.
Yeah, box set.
You fuck words, man. You can buy a collector's edition that has it all.
Let me take a look. World of Warcraft complete collection. Okay. So here we go. February 10th, 2018, they announced it. World of Warcraft complete. Control has all World of Warcraft yeah, it has everything. Let's see here. Blizzard Shop. Let's go. $40 for the standard edition, $60 for the deluxe edition. And it includes 30 days of game time. Wow. Includes a level 110 character boost. Game time, World of Warcraft. Yeah. Yeah, so you get all the expansions, you get 30 days of playtime. You also, yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty heckin' neato if you want to spend $40 for what is this, like a 15-year-old game at this point?
Yeah.
Almost 15 years, because it came out, what, 2005? 2004?
Roughly.
Yeah. So it's like basically a 15-year-old game.
That is pretty insane.
It's
that and RuneScape are like the OGs.
Well, yeah, I feel like RuneScape, it did drop off in popularity at one point. But like World of Warcraft always had like a pretty high concurrent player base.
Mm.
Pretty high. Pretty high. Does anyone have anything else to talk about?
If you want to start, and then I'll follow with my movie news here in a second, James. Or
Okay.
whoever wants to start.
Before we start, I got some news. I bought a new curb.
Hey.
It's a big boy.
It's a big boy.
A curved TV?
He's a sleepy
Kirby?
Curb.
Oh.
It was $20 at Best Buy.
Hell yeah.
I had to buy it.
That's a good deal.
All right, so
one of those big. Oh, okay.
That's
yeah,
a big curb.
big ones.
Big Chungus curb. Massive boy. So Google had an event this week talking about mainly they talked about the Pixel 4. That was the big thing they talked about. Then they also talked about their new line of like Pixel books and then the Nest stuff, yada yada yada. We don't care about that because this is a gaming podcast, damn it. So they announced that the Google Stadia will be launching on November 19th.
This year.
November 19th of this year. So what? Almost exactly a month away. Pretty much exactly a month away.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Pixel 3, Pixel 4, Chromecast Ultras, and Chrome web browsers. Some people are upset because with at least the phones right now, you have to be hooked up to Wi-Fi. You cannot use your data services for it. And then things like playing it, you have to be plugged in. You have to use a controller plugged into your computer if you want to play it through the computer. Some people are upset about that too.
Okay.
So, can't wait for Google to kill it off in 6 months.
While we're still on Google, just because, yeah, gaming podcast, but like tech stuff too. What's your opinion on the 4?
I'm buying it.
Are you?
I'm going to get the 4XL.
So not even being an iPhone user, but like I was massively underwhelmed. I thought they would do a lot more. Like the battery life isn't great, and like from what I've read.
Well, I mean, the battery life is better than the Pixel 3, and the Pixel 3 gets you like full day.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
If you get an XL, I think it's like 3,800 milliamps or milliamp hours.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so the XL was the relatively decent one, but I want to say it's 23 or 24 on the normal Pixel,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
and
good.
that hasn't been on a smartphone in the past couple years. Everything's been at least 3.
Yeah, it's not great. Well, the Pixel 3 XL has, I think, 27.
No, there's no way. I could be wrong, but I thought I was higher.
I thought. Because I know this is going to have, I think, a slight improvement on battery. Look it up, Nate. But yeah, no, I'm going to buy it because Ramon wants to buy my Pixel 3.
3430.
Oh, 3430? Okay, I was wrong. Yeah, I mean, I get full all-day battery life, I'm sure. Like, I don't use my phone much. I mean, the
Yeah, and
most I use it for is sometimes
That's
I
my
look at Twitter.
thing. I just can't justify getting a new phone. Like, there's so many phones out there that seem like they do the same thing. My Pixel 2 works just fine.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Pixel 4 XL is 37.
Okay. But
Yeah,
yeah,
28's the normal Pixel 4, which is
there we go.
surprising.
Yeah, that's a huge drop. Main reason I want to get it is because, well, one, I want to get it, and two,
yeah, fair enough.
and two, well, and I'm lucky enough to have a job that I can actually, do that shit with.
Get a
I
phone
can buy
too.
I can buy stuff that I want. But Ramon wants to buy my Pixel 3 off
Yeah.
me. So I was like, all right, cool. Lit. And then I like the gesture controls. I really like the gesture controls.
That stuff
and
is cool.
And the updated Google Assistant.
I heard that's supposed to be really nice. The one thing that just kind of gets me is like, I feel like they did the notch on the 3 just to see what happens.
Mhm.
If people like subscribe to it or not. And then they released the 3A in a specific design to see if they could just move forward with that one. That's what it looks like, at least, because this one looks like a very nifty 3A, and
Well,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and they decided to get rid of the notch on the XL because the 3 and 3A base didn't have the notch, and the 3XL and the 3A XL had the notch.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was butthurt about it. I don't care. I think it looks fine. But all the sensors and shit they have in the phone, there's no way it could have gone into a notch.
I don't know.
Did you see the not the teardown of it, but where they have the placement of everything? Because that's all across the band of the phone. That's all.
I feel like they could have bumped it up a little bit, given you a little bit more room. Maybe no notch, but like at least a little bit more screen. Because in the world of bezel-less, and I get it, which is fine, because like Pixel doesn't have to do it. They can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. They're Google. But it's just, in a world of bezel-less phones, why keep such a forehead?
It's for the tech. It's for the tech, and I'm assuming that they are thinking that the notch is just a fad.
I mean, yeah, the hole punch is like, realistically, they're gonna go under screen cameras. That's the next step.
Yeah, that is the next
wild.
step. That would be stupid.
I'm excited for that.
Or do like the pop-up design.
Yeah, from Oppo.
Oppo and
cool, yeah.
I
think it was Huawei.
Yeah, I want to say Huawei.
Huawei does one, and there's another one.
OnePlus.
OnePlus, and I think that's actually pretty cool. And then Asus does one too.
Do they?
That it actually pops up from the back, and then you can actually swivel it.
It spins around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat.
But the main thing that I want is because like when I'm listening to music in my car, I have my phone on the dashboard.
Yeah, that's true.
On a magnet, and it's just not safe if I'm listening to music to double tap the screen and hit the next button. I want to be able just to like, here you go, fuck off. Just bat that away. Just bat that song away.
I've heard enough of that one. Go.
Yeah, get out of here.
That is cool. I hope it works as well as they're saying it's gonna work, because I know back in the fucking Samsung Galaxy S7 there were gesture controls, and that wasn't so great.
Sucked.
They were
in the
not
S4
great.
too.
They were in the S4.
Were they?
Yeah.
I think
I'll
like
have to-
the beta version
Yeah,
at
you
least.
could like do this, and it would like
Oh
somehow like
yeah.
see it, and then they also did like eye tracking, so you'd be able,
I
it
remember
would
the eye
somehow be
tracking.
able to see if you
Mhm.
look at your phone or not.
right.
Which
or while
never
you're reading.
worked.
Never
It'll
worked.
See like the bottom. I got it to work a few times on my
Okay.
S4.
Really?
I got it to work on my S4.
Look into my
I
eyes,
still-
phone.
I still have my S4 somewhere. I need to dig it out and try the gesture
Nice.
controls. Maybe it'll turn on. Who knows?
Mine's pretty broken.
When I was cleaning out my storage unit, I found my Note 2.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had somebody-
Solid.
I had somebody bring in. I don't know if it was first or second generation, but somebody brought in a original iPhone the other day. I
Nice.
was like, wow.
That's dope.
Can I get
Actually,
the
might
battery
have
replaced
been-
on this.
The Note 1. I think it might have been just the Note, because it was an orange. It had an orange back, the bright ass orange back to it. I don't know. Was it the Note 1 or 2?
Did it have buttons?
Had a home button.
I think
Yeah.
it was the 2.
I think
because
it was the 2.
One had 3 buttons.
Yeah, it just had the
Ah.
home button. Yeah, that was.
Can we just talk about how fucking stupid the colors, the name of the colors are on like the Pixel?
Oh, so orange.
Oh,
Yeah.
so orange, just black and clearly white. It's like, oh, we're trying to be quirky and cool and hip with the kids, but we're a soulless corporation.
The other one thing that fucking gets my goat is the fact in the black one, they have the matte just like everything else, except the fucking back is glossy. I hate that. The
What was
matte
it?
was beautiful, gorgeous, except the black phone. Like they just
Really?
had to go jet black and be like, fuck you. I feel slighted.
Make it
Should.
shiny and covered with fingerprints.
Exactly. That's what
D-
that's why personally why I think.
Yo.
Yeah.
Dbrand.com
personally why I think,
slash
Apple
not
decided to go
level
the route they
unlock
did.
podcast.
Jarkeva says, I'm disappointed by the innovation promised by big tech and the resources that have been dedicated, both public and private, to create voice assistants. That all sucks and features that hardly work.
I will say the phone that I'm excited for, the
Truth.
Surface phone.
No, I'm
You
not
guys see
excited
those?
for that at all. The Duo is gonna be garbage.
It's Android based though. That's the
It's
thing.
gonna be garbage.
I hope it's not. I hope it's not an emulated Android system.
Oh, I'd
That'll
imagine it'd be very
garbage.
similar to how the Windows Phone were prior.
Oh no, the Windows Phone was shit. I had the
Yeah,
Nokia
it
Windows
was.
phone. That was
I mean,
trash.
if it's gonna be a Surface, it's going to run some form of Windows.
It didn't even have Instagram or Snapchat. The Windows phone didn't. So pissed.
Yeah, those phones were also like ahead of their time in a way as well. Like
I had-
they just weren't able to do
Eh.
anything.
They promised us Windows 10 on those phones, and they did not
Live
deliver.
tiles. But guys,
How are they gonna-
live tiles though?
I thought that was
It's
cool
the
in theory.
future. It's cluttering up your home screen.
I think to
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
with a
you were
bunch of
gonna say,
squares.
Schroeder, is like how were you just gonna say how would they get Windows 10 on there?
Yeah.
They
Well,
do
just
have
the
the
mobile version?
Windows launcher or whatever.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
it was supposed to be what was that feature? Where you were supposed to be able to basically go from one device to the other with the same screen.
You mean what Apple does?
Well, yeah, but Microsoft called it was a specific thing for the 360, Windows 10. There, I don't remember. It started with a C, continuity or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
Oh yeah, Apple's giant thing,
And
sidecar and everything.
so you could literally take your phone and play the game that was on your Xbox on your phone, but they never released it, so it didn't work.
Yeah, releasing things usually helps.
But
Yeah, now Google's releasing that.
the Surface
it's not
though,
gonna
it does
work.
look. If you haven't seen it, it's a dual screen. It's a foldable phone.
But
It's
it's not in the foldable in the way you think.
It's not,
Well,
but
there were some phones were coming out with the hinges, and they got a lot of complaints about it, like pocket
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff
the
getting
phone.
caught in
That's
them.
how the Duo's gonna be. It's
Yeah.
a separated phone. It's technically two phones.
yep. And then you open
I
it, the hinge
personally
is
think
supposed
it's
to. Basically, the hinge makes a crease, but it's one screen. You can essentially make your phone into a Surface, is what the concept is. It's supposed to have the same
Kinda.
technology as the Surface 2, which isn't obviously compared to what they have now isn't that good, but for a phone, yes.
The only thing I would be excited for is how well like Nintendo DS emulation would be on it. Because I
That
feel
would
like
be
that
cool.
All
would
that
be
matters.
perfect. That's all
be
that
awesome.
matters. Like if I was to ever shell out fucking $2,000 for
A
a
phone.
Samsung Galaxy phone Fold, you know damn well the only thing I'm going to use for it is to play Nintendo DS games.
Yeah, that's the only shitty part.
Yeah.
I think that phone's because there's 3 different versions or something like that. Not 3 different, 2 different ones, but the base one's like $1,700 is what the base one's gonna cost.
Fuck.
And you break that down to monthly billing, your bill's gonna go up like $60 a month or something stupid.
I don't think Microsoft is ready to get back into the phone game.
Well, it failed miserably the
really
first time, but we'll see.
I think
Hopefully,
at this point they really have nothing to lose, so they're
yeah.
just like, let's make a
Fuck it.
product that no one else
Yeah.
has made.
Because you got to
Like,
think
I think
too.
the Surface Neo is cool, but the Duo's, I don't know.
You got to think
can-
the market of phones is 2 companies, Samsung and Apple. You got
They're the
hidden
Titans.
you got hidden gems like the Pixel. LG at one point they had their modded phone. That was one of the highest rated phones that no one bought.
Motorola?
OnePlus.
Yeah, well, I don't remember what it was. It was an LG phone that Motorola had one too, but LG had what was LG's brand of phone?
And
The
The
Stylus?
G
it's
series.
not,
The G
Oh,
it's
series.
not the
G
G
series.
or the G series had like 1 or 2 mods you could do.
Yeah.
But Motorola's whole big thing was, oh, hey, thank you, Born to Snipe. You followed me.
I
I
have a Moto
appreciate
Z right here. You got the little separate things.
Yeah, you can take off the back and change the camera and the battery and the projector. Yeah, the LG at one
That was
point.
kind of a neat idea because like you could just add the features of the phone that you really did want.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, the
I mean,
LG.
there was that
I think.
Kickstarter for a phone that was a modular phone that you
That
just
was so
pop
cool.
thing.
That was really neat. I forget what it was called.
I think it was the LG G3 or G4 was the number 1 like consumer related phone, but no one bought it because it wasn't Apple or Samsung.
I
And,
miss
like-
HTC.
Like Pixel was the same thing. Pixel had, I think it was the Pixel 3 actually. It was either 2 or 3 at one point was one of the highest customer rated phones. But
The
once
Pixel
again,
2, I want to say. That one was huge.
but because once again it wasn't Samsung or Apple, no one cared. And I think Microsoft sees that and they're like, listen, we're not gonna sell nearly as many as these other companies, but hey, why not get our name back out there and see what we can do?
Let's just make the fucking Bugatti of cell phones, where let's just do it just to do it.
Let's just do it to do it. But yeah, I really miss HTC. I'm telling you, if they were decided to make a phone again, I'd probably go back to an Android.
Oh yeah,
With
And
the
I know
trackball
everyone's
at
like-
the bottom,
What's up?
with the little trackball at the bottom.
Okay, no, not that. That
I
was a bit
thought
much.
That was the coolest thing ever when my cousin had it. I thought that was
It was
shit.
super cool. I just,
when's
I don't know,
Nokia gonna
like-
make another phone?
they still make phones.
Yeah, they still make phones.
They
No,
they
well,
actually
like-
have one phone that's fairly good.
Like they're indestructible phones, like they had
They
back.
still make that.
They
12
released
years
one
ago.
last year.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Oh.
they still make that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they
That's
actually
really cool.
re-released an old phone in a new version of itself. I can't remember exactly the name, but they released that like last year or 17 maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was my first phone. Was a Nokia track phone, Snake. It was that big, about that thick, about an inch thick, black and
It
white.
was a chode.
Fucking, you could throw that shit at someone's face and knock them the fuck out. It was a good time.
it's like walking around with a sandwich in your pocket.
Pretty much. Dude, fucking have track phone having the minutes. Fucking, I was in ninth
Mine.
grade. I remember I
Counting
got
your text messages.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
half a minute for one just to look at it, look at the text. You don't even have to open it.
Yep.
The
My,
second someone fucks you up, they text you 10,000 times. They ruin all your minutes.
My first phone was a Motorola Razr that was from TrackPhone, and I thought it was the coolest thing because on the front of it, when it's closed, it would light up if you got a text message or a missed call.
Yeah,
I remember that phone.
The future is here, boy.
I had
still
a.
have that somewhere.
I went
Put that
from
aside.
that Nokia track phone to what was the one? It was the original. It was fucking thick as shit, but you flip it up, and it's a keyboard inside of it.
Sidekick?
No, it wasn't the sidekick.
Envy.
Envy,
LG
yes.
Envy?
The
Yeah.
Envy.
Yeah,
Um,
whenever it
MV2 was
vibrated,
my
it sounded
shit.
like bees. If you're talking about the MV1, it was like huge. It was like a loaf of bread. And then
Yeah, I
like, the
remember that
first
one
with
too.
a full keyboard.
yeah, the screen was literally the size of a stamp, and then you had the whole fucking phone that went around it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
What was
that
your
would-
guys' favorite phones, like of all time?
I had the HTC Inspire, man. That thing fell off the side of a mountain and survived.
Yep.
It was back when they used to make phones out of metal.
Yeah, I had the
Oh,
the
yeah.
M7. That was my favorite phone to date. I actually back before I worked at Best Buy, I consistently caused them headaches because I would go get a phone on launch day, be like, all right, I don't want this phone anymore. Go back and get a new phone. Like, so I did it twice. I did it with when the what's it called? Motorola One came out. When you were able to customize the entire back of the phone
Oh,
and like
yeah.
put your wording and
remember
shit
that.
on it. I got that phone and I fucking made it myself and everything, and like I loved it. It was great. And then the M7 dropped. It got released. So I went back and I was like, yo, I'm gonna return this. And Motorola did not make it clear, so it wasn't Best Buy's fault at all. But they ended up getting that. I returned the phone, they sent it back to Motorola, everything was fine and well. Got that phone. Then a couple of years later comes around, the Note 5 comes out. I'm like, fuck it. I'll try a Samsung. Why not? Because at the time, I was still fuck Apple. I was on my shit. Like, I was hardcore Android. So I was like, yeah, I'll try this. And then, little did I know, the V10 came out 3 days later, went back up, got a new phone, got the V10. Fucking, they did not like me. Fucking, I was there. Dan does not remember me, but I remember Dan
So
and
you're the
Jason.
reason why there's restocking fees now, you son of a bitch.
No, at the time,
Those people.
I had the money. Like, I was young and like saved my allowances because I was a huge phone nerd, and I just paid the restocking fees.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I had the phone that I've had the longest would definitely be Apple. The hidden gem though that I had would be BlackBerry. I had a BlackBerry for a long time. I went from the Envy, or the Evo, the Envy, is that what it is? The flip, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went right to the BlackBerry. I had every generation of BlackBerry, including the touchscreen one, where it wasn't a touchscreen.
Nice.
You had to click in the screen. The screen itself wasn't a touchscreen, so it's not like you could just touch the screen. You actually had to click, like the screen pushed in, like it was a button.
Huh.
Yeah, but it realized what you were looking at, so it's like this
Yeah, it was
obviously.
like resistive touchscreen.
Yeah, so
Yeah, almost.
you had to press the actual letter like J, but you had to push in the screen.
Mhm. Well, that's how a lot of the old phones used to be, and that's how the DS was.
Yeah. So yeah, I had BlackBerry for many, many, many years in my youth of having cell phones. I missed the BlackBerry, just a little tiny phone, because I had the keyboard in the front of the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, those were good times, being able to have 20,000 folders, so any nudes you had, you could hide them. No, no one would
problem.
find that shit. Because you just had folders on folders on folders.
Jesus.
I literally like never used it for any business purposes, like you're supposed to. But it was a good time. I missed the BlackBerry.
In like 6th grade, my buddy had a BlackBerry. I'm like, dude, why do you have a BlackBerry?
Why do you have a BlackBerry?
Hey, it makes me feel important. Makes me feel like I'm a big man. Yeah, I had my BlackBerry where I worked at McDonald's. It's a good time.
The BlackBerry Z came out, and that was a pretty cool phone. It looked just like an iPhone at the time.
Yeah, that was their hopes of recreating their. Because at one point, BlackBerry, I believe, was the #1 phone.
Mm-hmm.
That
They
BlackBerry
were
was.
like absolutely one of the biggest.
Yeah, like right around when the iPhone 1 was out.
Yeah.
The original
Mhm.
iPhone.
They made a
Back
new
in
phone
them
a couple
old
years ago,
days,
so-
when the wheel was made out
Yeah,
of
they
stone. Yo,
All they did though was they redid that phone that was half keyboard and half touchscreen, which I still hate. But yeah, they just revamped it and made a version 2 of that phone.
Yep. I was expecting to hear an old man joke from James about talking about BlackBerry and shit.
because I was around during that time, man.
It's true. I was waiting for it. I'm like, you're fucking old.
Can I just say I'm super excited for the new Motorola Razr?
What?
Yeah,
There's a new Motorola foldable Razr coming
Hold
out.
fucking on.
Yeah,
Like full screen foldable phone.
Full all touchscreen. For a nostalgia factor of people like our age, that will be huge with our age group. Like 25 to like 35. That's
honestly, that is how they should make foldable phones. That is the key.
I'd probably buy one.
Yeah, that honestly would be huge.
I don't
I'd
think
fuck with it.
I could completely be wrong here, and I probably am, but I really feel like that's the way foldable phones should go. They shouldn't be fold out into a tablet. If you want a fucking tablet, go buy a fucking tablet. Honestly, like I think they should be more compact. We should make things smaller, not bigger.
Well, they did at one point, and then everyone wanted big, and that's when the Note came out, because they started decreasing the size of the iPhones. The iPhone 3 or 4 was
tiny,
the size of a fucking credit card.
That size.
Well, because that's what everyone wanted. Everyone wanted their phones to go from this giant brick on the side of your face to the small things to everyone's like.
And then a phablets became a thing.
Yeah.
But that's because we only use it for that. We were only using it for texting.
Right, and now we're using it for actual content consumption.
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously, we want bigger.
Yeah.
Tetris sometimes.
Tetris some Snake.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
God, remember buying those mobile games?
Oh.
Remember your old phone? No, even before that, man. Your old phone's like little market where you would download games.
Yeah, you get
like 99 cents.
App Store.
99 cents for just going onto it.
Java store, yeah, where you can get like God of War, Hitman. There was like a Kingdom Hearts game. That was on the Verizon
just for
store.
like going to that store, your bill went up like $40. just by like a second on the internet.
Yep. Acknowledging it exists.
I remember the first time we got Nicole, because she had, I don't know if we were at Best Buy at the time, but the launch of 4G. She had a 4G phone, and I had a 3G phone.
Back in my day.
She had the Samsung phone with the kickstand.
Oh yeah.
Like Lightning or something like that. I don't remember what it was called.
That was an HTC phone.
HTC, yeah, the HTC phone.
It was the first 4G phone.
Yep. And then so she got that, and
I thought it was the Droid Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt, that's what it was.
It.
Yeah, the Droid Thunderbolt. Good old droids. Droid.
I remember running sound effects.
Running fucking Android 1.
Yep. Right. Oh, that was the greatest sound.
Jesus Christ.
From fucking ZTE or something.
You got a text or a call. Droid. So we did the actual speed test in Pittsburgh, because that's the only place that had it at the time. And we're like, oh my god, this is like, it took like a minute and a half to load like a web page compared to like to the 5 that it took mine. I was like, this is crazy fast. It loaded almost in a minute. I'm like, I would shoot myself now if that was the case.
And now we bitch about milliseconds.
Yep. Yeah, because
it took half a second longer.
Yeah, we literally timed it. It was like 45 seconds it loaded a web page or something like that. Mine, it took like 4. I was like, oh my god, this is the future. And now if it takes more than half a second, we're like, what the fuck?
And that was back before like every website was optimized for mobile as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was in like the brand new 4G towers too. So that was like, now everyone's using it. But just how technology has changed is unreal.
Now we're coming into good old 5G.
Yeah, whenever that actually takes off.
Mind control.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I had a customer to call in the other day. Sorry. Quick on 5G before we go into that. I had a client call in.
James is so upset.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Great fucking segue.
Well, then go ahead with your segue.
No, you go with your story.
Okay.
I mean, it's more than my cool ass segue being 3 weeks strong and my 3-week segue streak.
Sorry, I ruined it. A client called in and was freaking out because his TV. He wants to use his phone to stream. Like basically, he wants to connect his TV to his phone. and his phone's a 5G phone, but TVs don't have Wi-Fi cards that support 5G. And he was pissed, and he was like, "Why wouldn't someone tell me this in store?" I was like, "Sir, you do realize the technology's been out for like 2 months, and that your TV that you purchased was purchased like 4 years ago." I was like, "Completely different Wi-Fi card, sir." James just marked on his calendar his segment streak ended.
Segue.
Yeah, I wrote the whole thing. Segway streak 0.
That's all because of you, Walker.
All because
Oh,
of
wow.
you, Walker.
And my unexciting
Making
story.
Yeah,
changes.
5G and mind control. Go.
Oh man.
Eh.
All
What
the
I was
studies.
going
All
to
the
say-
studies.
What I was going to say was, speaking of new technology,
Perfect. What's going on?
the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
We have
Nice.
maybe some new news. Well, one, we got actual footage or an actual picture of the development kit for the system. It does have that flying V design, which I actually really like. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up
What-
now.
How often though are those true? There's been so many.
Oh
different...
no, they're never
They're
true.
never
Like,
accurate.
well,
Like
That's
twice.
just dev kit.
well,
Yeah.
that's the actual dev kit. So we've seen. God damn it! It's so bright.
I see
Oh, yeah,
it now.
12
Dude, your
hours
fucking
ago.
screen just got like Jesus like summoned upon you. Your face got
I
so
did.
bright.
Okay,
did.
so why so chunky?
It's
Like
a
a-
dev
Ask
kit.
myself that every day.
Oh.
Fuck.
You got to think none of those pictures are ever true. So
But
Like-
they're always semi-accurate. Like the original dev kit for the PS4 was almost kind of.
Have you ever seen the dev kit for the Wii?
No.
they're never.
Oh,
they're
that
fucking
is
way off.
nothing like the Wii or the GameCube. It's not even a fucking
Or the
cube.
N64.
Or the N64.
Well, even
That
like the
would be
Xbox
fucking-
One. The Xbox One was this fucking elaborate like futuristic machine, and it wasn't fucking anything. I'll see if I can find it.
It was the fucking box. It ended up being just a box.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Massively
so
underwhelming.
according to a Twitter user, PSB Rebus, who has
yeah.
leaked a few things when it comes to the PlayStation 5 stuff, leaked stuff about it having backwards compatibility with all the PlayStation systems, from the 4 down to the 1. So he recently revealed the Last of Us 2 release date a few weeks prior to it being announced at the Sony State of Play earlier on in the year. So he said, quote, "Do not dispose of, trade, or sell your PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, or PlayStation 4 games.
What are you gonna
I-
do with all your consoles?
Put them in a box.
Put them down the river.
Throw
Light 'em on
throw 'em
fire.
in a box. No, I can't.
Yes. I can do
Um,
it for you.
It's bad
No.
for the environment.
Game preservation. Gotta keep them.
Harmful chemicals gonna make frogs gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn up the frog again. I didn't know Alex Jones is in the podcast today. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, here, bud.
If you look
Speaking
up-
of conspiracy theories.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
You
Damn it,
redeemed yourself.
Walker.
No, you did it. You did it before I did.
All right, yeah, all right, okay. So, this isn't a conspiracy theory. I just wanted to say that.
Oh,
Boy,
Disappointed.
fucking Nintendo hates Blizzard.
of course
Boy,
they do.
howdy.
So does everyone else. So, this all started. Not too long ago when Nintendo was like, "Hey, we're going to do a big kickoff for Overwatch coming to the Switch in New York. So come on down and have a great time at the World of Nintendo in New York City." And everyone's like, "Yay." And then Blizzard, after being the fucking shitlords that they are, they were like,
Made an oopsie.
they didn't even make out a tweet saying, "Nah, fam, we're not doing that." They told Nintendo, and Nintendo was like, "Yeah, no, we're sorry, but that shit's getting canceled." So apparently, I don't know how legitimate this is, but this has been some people were claiming that if you pre-ordered the Switch version of Overwatch on your Nintendo Switch, Nintendo was giving the okay to give you a refund after all the shit with Blitzchung that we talked about last week. So I guess that's a thing. So yeah, fuck Blizzard. Are you guys familiar with the company Analog? Or am I like the weird one that oh
Sounds familiar.
let me rephrase that. I
They
know
news
what
company?
analog they made things like the Analog NT, the Analog SG. They make really good like systems that can play like a Super Nintendo reproduction system. So
Okay.
that you could play with actual hardware, actual Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64 or Nintendo Entertainment games. And they do a fantastic job. They use like SVGA for instead of emulation to give you the best colors, the best graphics for it. They really make it look amazing. Well, they just announced something called the Analog Pocket. So, the Analog Pocket, if you guys want to Google that real quick.
Analog Pocket.
Yep, Analog Pocket.
Computer's being weird. Give me a second.
So-
Analog.
The Analog Pocket is an all-in-one Game Boy that will be able to play pretty much.
Huh.
It'll be able to play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games all.
That does
With
seem
one
kind
Oh, I
thing.
heard about this. It looks clean as fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a fancy looking boy. Let me pop this over and probably get blinded. Yep, there we go. I'm getting blinded now. My retinas are gone.
Rip.
So
You don't need
Yeah.
them.
it is a fancy looking
That's
machine
neat.
that'll be
I
able to
can't
play everything.
find it.
What do you mean you can't find it?
I'm just getting a bunch of pocket watches.
Look,
What'd you type?
Analog Pocket game.
ANALOGUE Pocket.
Wah, wah, wah.
F's in
The
chat, boys.
This is the first thing on DuckDuckGo for me.
Oh. Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
I see.
So-
I just typed in ANALOG
Oh.
because I don't know how to spell.
But yeah, so it's a fancy looking machine. It is
Yeah.
stylish as fuck. Probably a lot of money went into making the design of it. But yeah, it will play all of your Game Boy games.
Nice.
That's
which
really
is pretty
cool.
cool. Now, what's also really cool too, that I'm kind of God, it's so bright. One thing that I am really interested in though is they're coming out with something called the Analog Dock, so you can basically like the Switch, you can dock it so it'll play on your system, and then you can use a USB controller or one of their analog controllers to play your games on the big screen. This will be probably
That's
the
pretty killer.
cheapest and easiest way to play Game Boy Advance games on your TV. Because if you want to get the GameCube adapter, you're going to be shelling out some money. And then they're also looking at making so the display for these games will be on a 3.5-inch LCD screen at a 1600 by 1440 resolution. They are also making cartridge adapters that will let you play Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket Color, and Atari Lynx games as well.
Little game.
What?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
So, this will be available next year for $200.
Nice.
So, what do you guys think? Would you buy this?
It's
Yeah,
possible.
it's not unreasonable. Yeah, if I had an extra $200 to toss around, that'd be
If
cool.
I had
think.
Game Boy games that I wanted to play, that's my biggest things. Like I could, it just
Well,
I
here's the
don't
thing
have any
too.
Game Boy games.
Here's the thing too. Like, you can probably go to like the exchange and pick up
That's a
like
point.
5 Game Boy / Game Boy Color / Game Boy Advance games for probably like $10.
It says Golden Sun. You could play fucking original Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Pokemon.
On the big
segue,
screen TV.
speaking of segues in
Yeah.
Nintendo, if you had $1 million, what would you do?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I would buy a whole bunch of NES games.
So, an American dentist spent $1.2 million on 40 sealed / first edition retro Nintendo games,
Sealed.
Yeah, I got you.
What?
Born to stream.
including the Mario Bros. Classic series, one of only 2 known copies of Nintendo Golf, the only known copy of Balloon Fight, and the only known copy of Gumshoe. All are factory sealed and first edition releases.
So they're black box for
Yeah.
like golf.
That is a dentist that really likes playing video games.
$1.2
Jesus.
million. It is the most expensive video game purchase in history.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
And the
I bet
fact-
it
So
is.
Yeah.
But all right,
Oh,
those
no.
games, the
That's
only
crazy.
reason that got them value is because they're sealed.
That's
All
true.
those games right there are like, all right, Mario Bros. 3, I do believe, is like a $20 or $35 game, anywhere
was
between
gonna
$20 and $35.
Yeah.
And that's the most expensive.
Uh,
Mario 1, you could just fucking get. People will just give it to you because there's so many of them. Golf, you can't even sell that fucking game anymore.
Yeah, you can't get it. Yeah, the
Yeah.
the previous highest game was a watermark single of the first copy of the 1985 Super Mario Bros. It sold for $100,000.
Jesus.
That's publicly though.
Yeah,
Because
that's known.
I can almost guarantee that privately, things like the Nintendo World Championship have sold for more than that.
And Nintendo World Championship's considered the most expensive game in history.
And now, okay. All right.
Sealed golden copy, which is only like 10 of.
Well, none of them were sealed.
Oh yeah,
They
but
all
still,
came in
yeah.
just the card. There is, I think, confirmed 17. 17 of the gold confirmed that exist. But we're getting into the age because me being a guy that is big into like a lot of like the older stuff and a guy that's big into like game preservation and that kind of stuff, I follow this stuff all the time. So we're getting into the age where a lot of people are getting out of things like comic books and coin collecting and card collecting and moving over to games because they seem like it's going to be a more
Like Pokemon Go.
no. They're going it's
Like
going
collect
to be a
coins
more
or you can collect Bulbasaurs.
a more
Exactly.
secure, like a safe investment. You have these people that only know about buying, vintage comic books and where things like, oh, it's sealed or it's shit. It's they're buying these things at ludicrous prices and racking the prices up. There's this one podcast I listen to called The Completely Unnecessary Podcast, starring people like this guy Pat the NES Punk, who's big into retro video games. And, he was talking to this one lady who just went into video game collecting from, I think it was comic book collecting. And she spent a stupid amount of money on a very, it is a rare version of Super Mario Bros. 3, where I think that something on it is mirrored. I forget what it was, but there's actually a part of the image that's mirrored. And she spent a fuck ton of money on it. But no one's going to buy it off of her because who cares? It's not like it's a collectible thing. video games are completely different. 90% of the people out, no, 98% of the people out there don't give two shits about quality of like the boxes and making it sealed. Like people who are interested in collecting games, and especially old ones like NES, Super Nintendo, Master System, Genesis, etc., don't care about how the box looks or anything like that. They mainly care about, hey,
not climbing the ladder and getting an error, your save file has been deleted. At the top of the
Exactly.
ladder every time.
Exactly. But opening up old wounds there. But they care about the label on the cartridge, and that's it. You know, as long as that label ain't fucked up, I'll buy it. You know, people don't really care. It's a small minority of collectors that actually want to do things like have a full NES sealed collection. So these people are all getting into this, and they're just basically throwing their money away for no investment. And people aren't doing complete sets of things like the NES anymore, because those people, you know, they're in like their 30s, their 40s. They're starting to get older. They have a family. You know, they don't have the space anymore to have like this huge collection of stuff. You know, it's people like our age that grew up with things like the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64 that are, you know, getting into collecting now. That's the newest thing. That's the hottest thing. Things like PlayStation 1 and 64.
You're the hottest thing.
Thank you. Super Nintendo, that kind of stuff. So that was a like, this dude's just gonna have him sit on a shelf and then he's gonna die, and his kids are gonna be like, "What the fuck do we do with this?"
Yeah.
None of this stuff's rare. All that stuff you could find at any old retro game store for pennies on the dollar. The only thing that makes it worth that much money is that it is sealed, that no one's gonna want now. That's
Very
enough
true.
for me. That's all for me. That's enough of my rant.
You got any more news? Or you want me to go?
Yes.
Or Mark go?
Here, I got something. One last thing. It's a new month. I know we're like basically done with the month, but it's a new month. So, let's take a look at the best-selling games of September 2019, shall we? So
Let's
this
do
is from our good friends at the NPD group. So let's see here. So it was on a decline a little bit. Sales were on a decline in September, probably because nothing huge came out. Only $1.278 billion were spent, down 8% year over year.
Only.
Between hardware, software, accessories, and game cards. It dropped 8.3. Okay, yeah. So here we go. The top selling games. Does anyone want to take a guess on what
Borderlands.
was on this list? Okay, we got Borderlands.
Madden.
Of how long?
Month of September.
Month of September.
Just the month of September. Okay.
Number one will shock you.
Well, I know Borderlands came out. Madden came out the month before. I don't know when FIFA came out.
FIFA came out. I want to say FIFA came out in September, I believe. Yeah.
That's FIFA's probably number one. I don't know what else came out.
Number one will shock you. Jeff, Mark, you guys
Cube
have any
World.
guesses?
It's like Candy Crush or something.
Destiny 2 Shadow Realms.
Oh yeah.
Shadowkeep.
The revamp of Destiny.
Yeah.
Apex.
All right.
I genuinely don't have an idea.
Fortnite Chapter 2.
Apex Season 2.
Jackbox Party Pack Volume 6.
Yo, Jackbox.
That came out.
That did come out.
Yo, high key, we should all fucking do a Jackbox one stream one day.
I mean, I have it on my PS4. I have one of them. Jackbox Party Pack 2, I think, or 3.
We should do it. That'd be
Alright.
fun.
What is it, James?
So, at number 20, This is a top 20 list, by the way. Hey, another list. Number 20 is Breath of the Wild. Still
Okay.
holding in strong. 2 years later.
Right.
Number 19 is my girl Catherine. 18 is Spider-Man. 17 is Plants vs. Zombies: Battle for the Neighborville. Number 16 is Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay.
Next we have Red Dead Redemption 2. Then Spyro Remastered Trilogy or Reignited Trilogy.
Hell
Number
yeah.
13 is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Still.
Number 12, still hanging in there, Grand Theft Auto
I was
5.
gonna say I know Grand Theft Auto because that I figured that's still on there because that's still kicking.
Number 11 is Minecraft. Number 10 is Mario Kart 8. Number 9 is NHL 20. Number 8, surprisingly, is Code Vein.
Ooh.
Number 7 is Gears 5.
Oh,
Number
yeah.
6 is Tom Clancy's Breakpoint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 5 is Madden.
Okay. I knew that.
Number 4 is Link's Awakening.
Oh,
That came out in September?
I forgot that.
Yep.
I forgot that was re-released.
I thought that was October.
Nope, September. Late September. Number 3 is FIFA 20.
Okay.
Number 2 is Borderlands 3.
Okay.
And the number 1 best-selling game of 2019, of September 2019, is
Boy, here it comes.
Destiny.
NBA 2K20.
Oh, yeah.
Gambling game?
But
NBA 2K20.
NBA 2K20, going
The
off of that,
slots.
is now the best-selling game of 2019. As of today, it is now the best-selling in America, the best-selling game of 2019. So that makes sense. That's number 1.
Well, they all are fucks.
Yep.
Everyone that bought it is a fuck.
You wasted your money for a gambling game.
You wasted your money for a literal gambling game.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have slot machines and pachinko in it.
Yep.
It's actually fucking gambling. They're not even hiding it anymore.
It even says, despite it not being a smooth release for 2K20, European Game Enterprise says it was aware that it may not get too close to comfort for teaching players gambling. It is still to this day the number 1 best-selling game of 2019 of the United States.
Interesting.
And
Yeah, 'cause it's addictive. It's a gambling game.
and if you think honestly, going forth, there's not anything that's gonna be released that
He's really gonna steal that.
Norman
Yeah,
Reedus
there
and
is.
Funky Fetus.
Yeah,
What?
Norman Reedus said his Funky Fetus is coming out next month,
Oh my God.
motherfucker.
Hey, maybe.
And Call of Duty.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
COD's
yeah.
definitely gonna wipe that shit.
Yeah, I forgot about Call of
Especially
Duty.
with the return of price, everyone's getting that fucking game.
Yeah, never mind. I forgot about Call of Duty. That's like next week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's next Friday. That's why I want to know if you're going to get it day 1 or not, Walker.
Yeah, I probably.
It's gonna be a busy Friday.
Yeah.
You got it on PlayStation, right?
A bunch of
Yeah.
games coming out on Friday.
I have it. I got it
Okay.
pre-ordered for PlayStation. I'm gonna get it for PC too.
Yeah, no, I forgot about Call of Duty. So Call of Duty will be number 1.
There's
Knock on
co-op in this one, right?
Yep.
Yes, that's 4-person
And
campaign.
then I would say
Four-person
probably-
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And then the Funky Fetus Adventures of Norman Reedus is going to blow that out of
Oh
the
my
water.
God.
I don't think so.
I think so.
You gotta think
I
how
hope so,
big.
from the cockles of my heart. Don't
Who's
take
making it?
this away from me, damn it. Let me dream.
Who's making it? That game.
Yeah.
What? Norman Reedus says Funky
That's
Fetus?
funny.
Yeah.
My boy Koji Pro. Kojima
Good old
Productions.
Kojima.
The mad lad himself. And then Deadly Premonitions Director's Cut gets a physical edition on the Switch this month.
My
or
eyes can't roll
next
hard
month.
enough.
So, that's going to sell like 5 copies, and I'm going to buy
True.
one of them.
I have a quick
Um,
list if anyone's interested.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, I don't have any more news.
When does Star Wars: The Fallen Order come out? This year or next year?
That-
Next month, it's
Oh,
gone gold, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars is gold.
So
Do you
that
think it's gonna be good?
that might actually
Be at
beat
least
Call
alright.
of Duty.
Ah,
Do you got to think it's the first legit Star Wars game since Battlefront.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it
they
has been a
still
while.
have bad blood though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm a good guy, fucking Star Killer.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that, people have been waiting for this. They honestly want it to be good. So we'll see. We'll see what the numbers bring. Before you get to your list, I know Mark said he had some news. Did you already talk to your news, Mark?
We talked about a little bit of it, but I can say the few other things.
Yeah, go ahead, and then
Speak
we'll do
over it.
your list, and then we'll finish with the stuff that I got, which is mostly movies. What do you got, Mark?
No problem. So Twitch has been pretty active on the technology front here. They have, I guess, first thing that I have here is they actually fixed their iOS app to allow people to subscribe to people now.
Oh, nice.
Instead of
Yeah,
using
that was
Apple's
a
built-in
fucking
subscription.
So shocking. I cannot believe that you couldn't do that.
Yeah, it pissed me off.
So they finally did that. They allowed users to get, I guess, iOS sub tokens is what it's called, and then you get one token for a month, and then get as many as you want. So you're buying like a little item to redeem instead of just through Apple's whatever in-app purchase service. So we'll hope that works out. I don't see why not.
That'd be cool.
And then Twitch also did they're starting something called Twitch parties or watch
Yes.
parties.
Yeah,
That'd be
that.
awesome.
For this.
So there's a few selections on Amazon Prime Video. Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, Mission Impossible, Fallout, and some Pokemon. You could watch it with your Twitch viewers.
Hashtag Twitch plays Pokemon. Watches Pokemon.
Be pretty dope.
Have they said if that's only affiliate or partners, or is everybody?
I think right now it's only in beta for a select few.
It's just for their
Yeah, you
subscribers.
have to receive a token.
Oh, okay. I hope they launch that to everybody, because I know when they started squad streaming, they were going to release that eventually to everybody. So even if you're not a partner, you could squad stream.
Still waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Then the last thing that I have, I sort of touched about it a little bit earlier, is Blizzard still being under hot water. Fun thing about it is they're actually going onto their Hearthstone channel and banning players talking about the Hong Kong protests.
Yep.
So they're getting 24-hour bans for
That's so
comments
crazy.
like Free
Can-
Hong Kong, etc.
To be fair, though, in terms of service, they say you can't really do that kind of stuff.
No, they say something that can hurt Blizzard's image.
That stuff.
That is
Yeah, I don't
very
know.
vague. That is a very vague statement.
I mean, I don't disagree, but like, me and Schroeder kind of talked about this when it was just me and him the other day. You remember that? You remember the conversations we were having?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
soapbox and everything.
yeah, and how I don't know.
You seemed pretty opinionated on it. I'm really curious.
Well,
No,
I mean,
it was good. We had a good conversation.
well, I mean, in a nutshell, it's the idea of hey, have a good night, Jar. But it's the idea that what you were talking about there was how a digital media enterprise that produces something like Facebook or Twitter, or it's a soapbox, right? It's a digital. We all agree it's a digital soapbox.
Mhm.
So, like, you can't curate that. If you put it out there as a soapbox legally, you are not responsible for the content that gets posted there because it's your users doing it. But as soon as you start to curate it, it becomes something else. There's a technical name for it. What the hell was it?
Yeah,
It
you're
basically
liable
becomes-
at that point.
Yeah, at that point you are responsible for it because you're curating it. So like these companies like YouTube, and then all right, so now we play into this Blizzard piece. So how do they stand on it? Like, does the same rules apply for them? And then also, like, are U.S. laws different than the foreign laws over there? And then if that is in fact the case, then why don't they just put U.S. people on the U.S. servers and the other people on the other servers, and then you can say whatever you want on the U.S. servers because it's under those laws. I don't know, but
But here's the thing, though. At this point, with Blizzard, they are under such heavy scrutiny, and they're under a microscope right now.
oh yeah, I'm
This
sure.
is
Yeah,
the worst thing they could do.
yeah,
This is
it
the
is.
absolute worst thing they can do. So whether it's
Gaming
against their
companies
terms,
censoring people.
Exactly. It's becoming state regulated entertainment.
Yeah.
Essentially. Like it's becoming basically like China.
Yeah,
Where
our
it
comment
is-
section has to be regulated by China before it can actually go public.
Yep.
So I don't say I agree with it, but like I get it. Because like the pure fact of the matter is like
As a company, it
they're
looks better not having people doing that.
no,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. Like one of their biggest like money pushers. I can't think of the actual proper name at the moment because fucking
Backers.
yeah, backers is like the Chinese market. They have a huge like, as far as I know, they have a giant stake in the Chinese market, and a lot of them give them money to do what
Alex
they
Jones
do.
says it all the time. China runs it all. Hollywood is completely ran by China.
Oh no, it is. It is.
And like
From what I've heard.
realistically, like Schroeder was saying, and I believe Mark had said something, and I think James said something as well. But like, it's two completely different things. We're looking at it from one point of view. We're looking at it from we have free speech, period. That is our right. That is what we get to do. Absolutely. I get that. Over there, not the same boat at all.
Yeah.
Like,
And we talked
I'm
about
not going to get too political about
those
it.
ideas.
But this would be different. We would be having a completely different conversation if Activision Blizzard was a Chinese company. This is an American company that is based out of fucking California. So this is a completely different conversation where
So
this
weird
company
that
is
a
based
gaming
in the US.
And they're social justice worrying themselves. It's weird.
What the hell is Blizzard going to do if China sees all the fan art of Mei from Overwatch supporting Hong Kong? What if China's just like, we don't like that, get rid of it? What's Blizzard going to do? Because if they don't do it, then they're fucking hypocritical pieces of shit. Why did you ban Blitzchung initially for an entire year? But if they do it, why are you fucking bowing down to China?
They can't win. Regardless,
They can't win. They're
regardless
fucked.
if they did this
So
to
they're
begin
going with
with, they
whoever
would have
has-
fallen on a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say this whole
Genji
Blitzchung, if
just
that's what his
junned up
name was,
in there.
never happened.
If this
They'd
never
fall on a
happened,
sword regardless.
well, if this Blitzchung thing never happened, and China was like, hey, we don't like Mei, get rid of her, and Blizzard's like, no, they would be fucking heroes. They would be like, good job, we would be saying, good job, Blizzard, for standing up for yourself.
America.
Exactly. But no, they decided to ban one guy initially for an entire year and take the winnings that he deserves.
He's getting him back.
He is getting them back. But that doesn't
because of all the
that doesn't
backlash they got.
That doesn't change the fact that they initially took that winnings away and banned him for a year.
They're just
That
doing it
doesn't
so they can
change the
look
fact.
better.
Exactly. No matter what, Blizzard's fucked now. Blizzard is super
Yeah,
fucked.
it is going to be a hard one to come back
what
from.
they do. And
That's
I
a
am
PR nightmare.
I am so excited. I cannot wait for BlizzCon in about 2 weeks.
Somebody's hairline's moving backwards.
I have never been more excited for a BlizzCon. Not because of what they're going to announce or anything like that. I'm excited for the Q&A section.
And all the red shirts.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do? I can't wait.
fucking Scott from The Office is gonna walk out. Like, we got a plan.
At
We
one
got a plan, guys.
an NBA game, about 200
Scott.
people wore shirts about the Chinese protests. They had signs and stuff too.
Yeah.
If the country, I mean, I suppose it. Well, there's a lot of bad stuff that does happen over there, but if it wasn't for that, I mean, let them do their own thing over there. Like, I don't know, from a libertarian perspective, it's just like if they want to live that life, but there are people that are fighting it, and that's the point of the protests.
So here's the thing.
Then if
20
they don't
years
like
ago-
it, come to America.
Here's the thing. 20 years ago, that would have been completely acceptable. But
Yeah.
now we live in 2019 where this is an interconnected world
Didn't
where we
Tank
can
Man
find out
disappear?
information of all this stuff.
Didn't
know?
Tank Man disappear? The guy that stood in front of the tank at Tiananmen Square, didn't he like vanish?
He's fucking dead.
I'm sure he is, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like in general, though, like it's such an iconic photo,
Mhm.
but like that dude straight disappeared. Nobody know where he went.
Yeah. So all in all,
Another
But-
big
excited.
thing
but-
that I think should be at least looked upon. So the current shit that's going on, like them going in looking for people that are fucking around, that's obviously too far. Like I get that, and I'm gonna look up more about that because I want to see like what exactly is going on with that. But even they had said that we reacted too quickly. We hit the panic button essentially. like,
Did they
that's-
say that?
Yeah. There's
Oh,
it was
Are
an
they taking
interview
ownership of
with,
it, basically?
Yeah, they understand.
Kind of.
So
Kinda.
I'm reading because China has nearly 5% ownership. Ownership because Tencent owns everything,
Yeah.
don't they?
But Tencent hates the Chinese government
Well, yeah.
with a burning passion.
That's
But
why
yeah,
they reduced
essentially
his...
Blizzard was just like, we reacted too quickly. Our execution was not adequate, and we understand that. Like, I don't know. I fuck with Blizzard. Like, I'm not trying to. I don't back them. I think what they're doing is fucking wrong. But like, first
But
of
they
all,
didn't
I'm gonna play their fucking video
apologize,
games.
though.
Period. Huh?
They didn't really apologize though. They were like,
Wow.
"Yeah, we did the wrong things, but like, this is what we're trying to do. Like, this is we need to
Deal
uphold
with
these values of our company. Thank
Mhm.
you, whatever."
There are times like it when I watched in my video game tournaments, sure, I don't care about politics. I want to watch my video game stuff.
Mhm.
But to fuck a man this hard, it hurts me as a human being.
Yeah, I mean, it also he's displaying like American, values.
He is trying
Human
to show
rights.
support for human rights. Yeah, this
Yeah.
isn't an American thing. This is a human thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, if they're backpedaling and trying to like clean up the mess, at least they're doing something. And no company really apologizes for anything. You think it's part of the motto. You can't admit when you do something wrong.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe they feel like it makes them look worse.
Who does that? Nobody does that. Even
And they're
though when
also
they blow it up,
claiming that
it was
the
the
shit
battery
in
company.
China has no influence on their decision.
Bullshit.
So here's an actual snippet from the article by from Brack. I think Brack's one of the guys in Blizzard. I can't remember. They don't give his full name. They just say Brack.
He's probably a PR guy.
I want to
probably
be clear. Our relationships in China had no influence on our decision. We have these rules to keep the focus on the game and on the tournament to benefit of a global audience, and that was only the consideration in the actions we took. If this had been the opposing viewpoint delivered in the same devise and deliberate way, we would have felt and acted the same. I don't
Right.
know if that's particularly true.
It's not. And to make just to say something real quick.
Mhm.
Someone from another podcast that I listened to said this, compared it to this. Like, what if Sonic Fox? Are you guys familiar with Sonic Fox? All right.
No.
He's the best goddamn Mortal Kombat and Dragon Ball Fighters player in the fucking world.
Okay.
He's a gay black furry.
Okay.
What if Sonic Fox won that Hearthstone tournament? He is basically everything that China hates. What if Sonic Fox
Right.
won this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good
Yeah.
question.
Would that affect their decision then? Because if they did the same thing,
Technically,
we
I mean,
would
if
Go
they, I
ahead.
mean, according to what they said, that if it had been done the other way, they would have. I mean, so no. I don't
Well,
know.
then
I don't think so.
Blizzard wouldn't be labeled a shitty company. They would be called a racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic
hater.
company.
It's not.
that
Furryism isn't
point.
a religion.
Oh yeah, true. Well, you
I
never know.
mean,
it
like,
can be.
you're
Furry
it's
is life.
Farian.
yeah.
It's
Farian.
I don't want to get into it and why I know this. I just did a lot of research after the whole fucking dude that was like, I'm a wolf. and I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? So I was like, all right, I got to figure out what's going on. But Therianism is
I
kind
shall
of a whole
become my
thing.
spirit animal.
That's all the news
A
I
lawn
had.
gnome.
Yeah.
Mark's like, all right, I'm done here.
Yeah.
I'll rock the boat later.
So there's one thing we completely forgot to talk about, and let's just dabble on this real quick. Fortnite Season 2. Or Fortnite
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little chapter
What the fuck?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about this.
Well,
No,
we
I
didn't
missed
bring it
it.
up yet. I still have news, so I was going to talk about it in mine, but we'll talk about it now.
Well, we can talk about it when you go to news. Go to news.
Well, Nate has a
Nate.
list.
I just have a
list.
quick 11. It's a really random, but I thought it was kind of neat. I have a quick 11-piece list. 11 video
List
games that are actually
time.
This 11-piece set.
11 video games that are actually based on books.
Okay.
Hmm.
Metro, Witcher, I know are definitely on there.
Call of Duty.
You're right. Okay, so you're right about Metro. I'll just go through them 11 to 1. Because
Minecraft.
I don't know if you guys knew, but one of the biggest franchises, Assassin's Creed, was actually based on a book, heavily inspired specifically by a 1930s novel called Alamut. I'm not going to read all of this, but I'll read just the book part, and then you can piece it together. But Vladimir Boltov's adventure in Alamut centers around Hassan. I can't pronounce that name. A Persian missionary who converted a small community back in the 11th century and formed the another name I can't pronounce. Assassin.
Hasashin.
Assassin.
To further their order, the
Assassin.
motto of this group of assassins, ? Nothing is absolute. Reality is all permitted. So
And
essentially,
they stabbed
nothing.
the Pope for the Apple of Eden.
Yes, they
Sounds
did.
like a page turner.
And then Parasite Eve was actually based on a book, which I did not know, and I'm a huge
Yeah, it
Parasite
is.
Eve fan, so fuck me. That's a really long excerpt, but
Good luck trying to read it because I don't believe it's been translated.
yeah. This is something that James might know, because it looks like super anime Japanese-ish. Suikoden is based on a piece of classic Chinese literature featuring 108 characters. If you know that game, you take that away, because I don't know what the fuck that is.
All right, so Suikoden is a. I mean, it's a JRPG.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them. Some of them aren't good.
What's the next one?
Yeah.
Metro 2033 was
No,
originally
Metro-
published online as a weird interactive story.
Yo, the Metro author is great because he's the exact opposite of the Witcher author. Where the Witcher
Okay.
author's like, CD Projekt Red fucked me. I want more money. While the Metro author is like, dude, you don't even need to pay me. I just want my story out there.
A lot of these are a bunch of different random games that I've never actually heard of. Enslaved is the next one.
Oh yeah, Journey to the West.
Yeah.
Sun Wukong. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What Dragon Ball is based off of.
Yeah. Journey to the West is one of the great pieces of a classical Chinese literature, though you might recognize it more as a monkey. The Tale of Monks' legendary pilgrimage to the West mixes ancient folklore with real accounts of the journey. That's interesting. The
It's up there
Witcher
with
is the next one.
It's up there with Romance of the Three Kingdoms as the best ancient Chinese literature.
Okay.
And Sun Tzu's The Art of War.
Everyone knows The
Obviously,
Witcher. I don't really have to
Bottle of
explain that
Planets
one.
Peanuts.
I'm holding my
Product
nuts in
placement.
the air so y'all can see
After
it.
The Witcher, we have Dynasty Warriors,
Yep.
Yep.
Romance of the Three
Alright.
Kingdoms.
Right
There you are.
And then there's Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Yep.
The games.
You know a lot about this stuff.
So
So far, you've known most of the list.
Yeah, I know all this stuff.
The Tower of Drauga is based on Babylonian mythology.
I've never heard of that game.
That's fucking weird. It's just like a bunch of pipes, and like you have to jump from pipe to pipe.
Huh.
And it looks similar to Mario.
You're a pipe.
The book, hey, frig off, bar. The book, hold on to your butts. because I'm going to start. Okay, wow, this is really long.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
can
gonna
just skip that.
I'm gonna paraphrase, but actually, oh shit, okay, it has to do with Gilgamesh and the War of Ishtar.
Oh, cool.
Spec Ops: The Line is based on Joseph Conrad's Heart of the Darkness.
Yep. Great game, great book.
Spec Ops is fantastic. Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl.
Mhm.
I want to play that game so fucking bad.
It's all right. It's not bad. It has
It's
an aged well,
based
but it's not bad.
on the sci-fi novella Roadside Picnic. Interesting.
About a bunch of people
Bedlam,
that
which
go
is a
and-
last one, which I don't know what that is.
I've never heard of it.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought I saw a thing about games based on books. So I thought that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, you would be shocked how many games are based on books or draw a lot of heavy inspiration from books. Dynasty Warriors made me read Romance of the Three Kingdoms and then do a book report on it
Oh, nice.
in high school.
Hell yeah. Making you do the reading.
Yep. Boy, is that a rough read for for like younger me. All right, Walker.
How's it going? So I only have two pieces of regular news, and then we go into some movie news. First piece of news, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will have specific enhanced modes for the Xbox One S, X, and the PS4 Pro.
So it's optimized for it.
Yeah, so essentially it'll give you the option to prioritize performance or quality.
Hold on, wait. Let me grid out this laundry list of games that already do that.
So the two modes will offer the player's choice between higher frame rate, on the performance mode, or
60 frames or 4K.
Yep.
What do you want?
Yeah. So do you want performance or do you want quality? So essentially, do you want the game to run more smooth, or do you want the game to look phenomenal? So it's kind of like you pick your poison as to which one you actually want. And then my power went out at my house. No.
Oh damn!
Yeah. So
Wow, how are you still streaming?
How's your router still on?
yeah, I know, right? So the next one
Hook that
is
to the hotspot.
you guys watched our podcast last week. There was an event that was going on in Fortnite.
Hold on, guys. Let's take it on over to our to the correspondent on scene with the black hole. James,
Over
how's
to
the
you,
black
James.
hole? It's gone. The black hole's gone.
Where'd it go?
It's gone. My job. I have a family to feed. Oh
That was a
God.
good ass paying job.
Back to you.
Fortnite Chapter 2 was officially announced. A lot of
way
people.
too fucking early in the morning.
Yeah. 36 hours Fortnite had the black hole up. When you include the downtime, it was 39 and a half hours that people literally stared at a black hole, ranging from anywhere from 50,000 to 700,000 people.
What did the children do?
They just looked at it. They
came in with a lot of broken tablets this week.
They are estimating that around 6 million people came and left looking at the black hole from all the different streamers, the streams, the platforms. Somewhere between 6 to 8 million people all stared at the black hole.
Yeah, possibly. Because that first night, over 1 million people were watching between YouTube and Twitch.
Well, this is collectively over the 39 hours. How many people left and came and gone? At least seen a glimpse of the black hole.
Mm-hmm.
So at 6 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday of this past week, the game finally updated and the game released where you got sucked back into the black hole, launching a trailer that showed you the new map, new places, new objective, new thing to do, and the battle bus comes in out of the sky, and Frank or Fred, whatever the dude's name is,
Jonesy?
Huh?
Gibby.
I don't know what the dude's name is. I just made it up.
Jimothy.
Jumps out of the battle bus, and the game immediately starts,
Good old Jonesy.
which was
Dropping
actually
in, boys.
phenomenal.
Dropping
So
into Flavor Town.
hundreds of thousands of people literally watched this simultaneously, and they all immediately dropped into a solo game. I've never seen anything like that. It was pretty epic, if you ask me.
That would go well because their name is epic.
I see
Yeah, it
what
is.
you did there.
You can fish. You can fish for loot. Guns, golden guns, or legendary guns is what they call it.
Everyone's presets changed. That's what I know.
Yeah,
That was annoying.
everybody that
Macros all got reset.
when they launched into the game after the trailer, everybody's setup on their mouse and keyboard was completely changed. So everyone that was set, like, had to set stuff on their keyboards, they had to basically like figure out how to play without having their presets, which is hilarious to watch. You can fish for fish, and you have different fish that in 1 second give you 50 health, 50 shield, or you can try to get a legendary fish that gives you max shield and max health in like 2 seconds.
Damn.
There is a lot of glitches in the game. There's a lot of dead zones. If you look up Tim the Tatman, there is a video where his whole entire squad dies because they jump in the air in one specific spot in the game and immediately kills everyone on their team. Because there was a dead zone in the map.
Laser.
Yeah.
Cuts them all in half.
There is an area. Who's familiar with like what a chug jug is? Basically, it's or like the shield. Did you ever see like those cups that they drink?
It's a half pot. The chug jug is the full pot. The
chug jug essentially immediately gives you full health and full shield. It takes about 15 seconds to drink. There is a place on the game. It's a chug jug factory that actually has. It almost looks like a toxic waste plant. That you actually stand in the waterfall. It gives you shield, which is kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
Certain spots of the game that people have reported that it's broken. That people are building forts, like they actually are building around this, the waterfall and just standing in it, sniping people. So if you get shot, your health automatically starts regenerating. And they can't get to you because you built a fort around this essentially waterfall.
So you gotta wait for the ring to close in into a different place.
There is boats.
And hose.
Boats and hose. So that's pretty cool. And they actually have workbenches. So if you have a basic gun, you can go up to a workbench based on different materials that you have and upgrade your gun.
That's kind of cool.
That's interesting.
The first time they've ever had that.
So who else played it?
I did.
I played it twice.
I have.
It's fun. There's a ton of ways to level up that they never had
It
before.
looks nicer.
Yeah, it's way more
It's a
clean.
lot cleaner.
Obviously
That's
the
what it looked
graphics are
like.
still super animated, but it's more crisp. It's really fun. It's essentially they took a bunch of old areas and just redid them all. And the whole entire map is completely changed. So
It's Fortnite 2.
Yep. Fortnite Chapter 2. It kind of rejuvenated a lot of people with it. So we'll see exactly what happens and where it kind of goes from there. So
It's the second best world-changing event. Like second best time when a game completely did an end of the world event and completely changed everything. Number one being Final Fantasy 14 because they took a shitty game and made it a good game.
That's fair.
When they're around recording.
Well, they did do that. They did do that actually with World of Warcraft. There was
Cataclysm, but that was different.
there was a glitch essentially. I was watching a YouTube video on it, I think. But there was a glitch that when you would fight this creature, he would have an attack that would cause bleed damage, and it was contagious.
Yeah.
And when the fight ended, it was supposed to leave your body. Well, it would. The problem is your pet would become infected.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're running around the world with this pet that is spreading this disease that just causes bleed damage because it's a contagious piece. So like over the course of like a month of this thing being a thing, there was an epidemic where there was freaking dead bodies everywhere because everybody was getting this disease. Yeah, really, it was a big problem. So they ended up, instead of like trying to patch it and fix it, they just created an end of the world event and basically made everybody die. It sucks.
Different though.
Well, they had to do a whole server restart for that.
Yeah.
Everybody lost everything, but there's still some people that think it was all planned.
I feel like it probably was.
Well, you got to think the Fortnite thing down for 39 hours. You know for a fact that was planned.
Something happened. No way, that's way too long.
That was definitely something because that gained so much publicity. So it's good for them, though.
Same thing then. Maybe they did do it on purpose, but it's a long time to shut your game down.
It is a very, very, very
There's
long
no
time.
way they didn't do it on purpose because they had the whole animation and everything set. Like,
yeah, but I think there must have been something on server end or something or maybe they were trying to patch a few little things before it went off. I don't know. You just would think that they'd have that shit ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They probably were just checking to make sure it was in a playable state for a while,
I guess.
and then fixing anything they can. They probably had so many people working for that full 39 hours.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So to finish
Pushing
up,
buttons and making bebops happen.
I got a bunch of movie news, box office, TV news to kind of finish up the day. So let's start with really quick the box office itself. The past weekend, Maleficent, the Mistress of Evil, topped the box office with $36 million, and it is now one of the lowest Disney releases of all time. It is the worst Disney release of the year.
But it's still doing pretty good?
Well, no,
it only box office?
It's still, because there's nothing
really to compete.
Yeah. The Joker ended number 2 at $29 million. Zombieland 2 Double Tap, which also released this weekend, did $26 million.
I didn't even know that was a movie.
That's disappointing.
A comparison really quick to Zombieland before I talk about the Joker. Zombieland 2 debuted this weekend, $26 million. Zombieland 1, $76 million. Zombieland 2 did $50 million worse.
Yeah.
I thought it would be the
Well,
opposite.
I didn't even hear anything about it.
Yeah,
They didn't do a good job marketing.
No.
And also,
If I would
feel
have known
if
there was a Zombieland 2 coming out, I might have went and seen it.
When did Zombieland 1 come out?
10
Like
years
10
ago.
years ago.
Almost
When
10,
I was
10
in
years.
7th grade.
10,
Is that 10 years?
10 years ago, a week and a half ago.
So, okay. Maybe if
Damn.
this movie came out 5 years ago, that would be a much bigger number.
It is one of the worst sequel debuts of all time.
Wonder if it's any good. Maybe it'll be like a Scott Pilgrim, you know? Like it's
Maybe.
amazing, but
So
nobody
I won't
knows.
watch it?
Watch it.
Yeah, it
This fucker.
You just watch it.
it is
You're missing out on inside
Yeah.
jokes. An
It's,
intimate
um,
moment we're
so
sharing as a group.
that movie did not do good. With the box office though, with the Joker pulling in $29 million, next week it will be the highest grossing rated R movie of all time.
What?
Man, that was
You
so
completely
intense.
cut that out.
Yeah, it completely gone.
Sorry.
It's just like,
Based off of the Joker's box office, the $29 million it did this week, next week, the Joker is on par to be the highest grossing rated R movie of all time.
ever?
I lost it again.
I think he said highest rated R movie ever. Or highest grossing rated R movie ever.
You guys none of you hearing anything that I'm saying?
No, like,
Only
the
the content,
important part.
only it's almost like we're watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and he's like, "Is that your final answer?" And she's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Well, guess what?"
All right, I'll say it again.
That's it.
I don't know.
highest grossing.
Hang on, my Discord's
I
being
think
stupid.
Yeah, but
Here,
you're probably. I
say
mean,
it
that's
real
isn't that what it is? It's the highest grossing rated R
No,
movie ever, right?
No, if it stays doing what it's doing next week, it'll be the highest grossing rated R movie of all time.
Of all time. I think that's what he said.
I think I mouthed it. I think I saw
It's
the mouth
only
move.
that last.
I mean, it's Totoro. I mean, how can you not think it's dope?
It's not Walker. It's not unbearable. It's just it happens every once in a while with your mic.
Oh, he's back. Maybe Walker is back. Man,
All right, stream. A little bit of technical
Don't-
difficulties at the
The
moment.
batteries in his router finally died.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't you just love doing this stuff live? It
Yeah.
goes smoothly every time.
Oh, absolutely.
Your mic just does that every once in a while, but it's never really that bad. It's just every
The
once in a
mic.
while,
The mic.
it catches you like
But
when
like
you're
cut
about to
off the
say the
last
most.
word.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why is it doing that? I
Eh,
have no idea.
it's just part of the game. I don't know. Maybe turn your gain up a little bit
Don't
later.
you have an XLR that you can use?
Or not your gain, but your.
No, he does. He doesn't have a audio interface for it.
Yeah, that would be the gain, right?
Well, I have it set on like the auto. Is it still
Oh.
cutting out? Can you still hear me normal?
You're good
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
Seems
you're-
fun.
It's only when you say important things.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll try this again. Next week, if the Joker keeps
So
doing
tense.
exactly what it's doing,
So
it'll be
good.
the highest grossing rated R
So
movie of all
close.
time.
Okay.
Oh,
Got
it.
Nice.
It has currently
First
done
try.
700. It's done $737 million.
Jeez.
Deadpool 1 is number 1 with 783 million.
Oh man.
So everyone, go watch Joker. It's a good movie.
Let's get Deadpool off of there.
It's the number 1 grossing movie of all of October, and the number 1 grossing horror/drama of all time.
It's basically a horror movie.
Is it?
It's in that.
At
It's in that
times.
class.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Or suspenseful thriller, I would say.
it's the number 1 grossing rated R movie in America.
Hmm.
So kind of keeping with, I guess we'll go to Deadpool since we're talking about Deadpool. Make sure you guys can keep hearing me.
Yeah,
We'll
you're
let
good.
you
You're good.
know. We'll let you know.
Man, you
So
remember the times
You
I would
can
bring
pull
out
the mic
nut
a
button?
little bit away.
okay.
Remember the times I
Um,
would pull out the nut button every time we couldn't hear someone and I would just jam the nut button?
Oh, that made me so mad.
Those were the days.
Nut.
So Deadpool in the Marvel universe hasn't really been talked about up until right now. Deadpool 3 has been confirmed, and
Fun.
it will be happening.
I'm in that movie, by the way.
Nice.
It's supposed to be rated R, yeah.
Yeah, and the director has confirmed that it will be rated R. He has said that it doesn't need to be rated R because they've obviously made a PG-13 Deadpool with the Once Upon a Time Deadpool movie.
I thought people didn't like that.
They
You
didn't.
still want to be
It
limited.
wasn't good.
Yeah. But they have confirmed that Disney said it will be rated R. Deadpool and what the hell is her name? Lucky or whatever her name is.
Domino?
Domino, whatever. Will be featured in other Marvel movies, but they can't say which ones.
X-Force, probably.
Domino will be featured in other movies in the future, and potentially her own solo movie, which will be pretty cool. Phase 5 is when they are looking to release more information on Deadpool. And it will be the same directors as it was before. So that's pretty awesome
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
for those who
Fancy.
are Deadpool fanatics. He did post. Ryan Reynolds confirmed it. Also, he posted a picture of him outside the Marvel Studios, with the execs, and he made a joke. You have to look it up. It's actually pretty funny.
They're gonna do the same thing to him that they did the Joker in the other movie.
It's like, oh, by the way,
He's gonna show up to work and his parking
Appreciate
space is gonna have somebody else's name on it.
yep.
I mean, that's pretty much the story of Joker. Am I right?
Also, going on with Disney and Marvel. It's actually not Marvel, but that's not Disney, but it is Marvel.
Hey, thank you.
The Sony execs from Venom said that the way that Spider-Man 3 will end will lead into a Spider-Man versus Venom movie.
Don't ruin the ending.
But
Cool.
it will be a Sony only. They said they have
So it'll be Sonly.
Sony. They said they have no interest in bringing Venom to the MCU, but you will be seeing a Venom versus Spider-Man movie based off of how Spider-Man 3 will end.
Nice.
Speaking of Venom 2,
How's it going? Women don't have no rights. That's this guy's name.
I like it.
Hi.
Speaking of Venom 2, who's seen Venom?
I have.
I have. I've seen the buddy cop movie.
So
Great.
at the end of it, Woody Harrelson. Did you guys see the cameo? And during the credits,
terrible wig. Yes, I saw that.
so
He's
his character will become Carnage, and it is confirmed that Carnage will be in Venom 2, as well as Carnage's love interest. Shriek, I think that's what it is.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting.
Will
Wait, why
be-
is Carnage gonna have a love interest?
That's what it says. Yeah,
I'm about to have a stroke.
but so yeah,
Like,
that's.
I hope it's like Cletus being obsessed with like the person who is Shriek. That's what I'm hoping. Because if Carnage is like gonna be a lovesick teenager, I'm going to throw myself out of the movie.
Yeah, that's what the plot line says. Filming won't begin until next year, but the superpowered mother of Carnage family Shriek will be a part of the plot, according to the deadline. Venom 2 will not arrive till 2020, October 2nd, 2020. But if you look into Shriek's comic book history, you'll be kind of pointing in the direction of where that movie is going. Spider-Man Ultimate number 1 is essentially the timeline they are looking at. The first site, she had she adopted Carnage as her husband, and other Spider-Man villains as their kids. That's kind of what they're going off of. So
I kind of hope they somehow merge Toxin into this. That'd be cool. Toxin's a cool character.
And going back to Disney, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, the tickets go on sale tomorrow.
Yay.
Okay. I'm mildly excited.
So for those who do want to go see it, the tickets go on sale tomorrow, and they're most likely going to sell out. With that, J.J. Abrams said they are not screwing around with this movie, and he guarantees that every Star Wars fan will be more than satisfied with how this movie ends.
Oh.
Big claims.
So,
Making some big promises.
yeah.
Big claims from small boy.
So, yeah, he said he did not screw around with this movie. He wanted to make sure it got the right ending after 40 years, and he says he guarantees every Star Wars fan will be satisfied with this ending.
But are they actually going to end it, though?
They said in terms of this Skywalker the Skywalker 9 series, they're ending the Skywalker saga. In 2022, they're releasing a new Star Wars movie in 2022, but it's a different story. That's
Whatever
not
happened to them taking a few years off from Star Wars?
2 years to
Yeah,
them is a
I haven't
couple years.
seen one in several years.
So,
I can't wait for the Skywalker cinematic universe to end.
I'm so tired of these drawn out Star Wars movies.
so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, but like,
2 more things before I get into TV Netflix news. The Batman
Batman.
is gonna be rolling up to be a decent movie.
I'm excited.
The Riddler is the main villain.
That's cool.
Played by Paul Dano. His biggest movies, for those who don't know who he is, which a lot of people probably don't, he was one of the main antagonists in 12 Years a Slave.
He's an interesting looking human being.
What else was he in? He was in Cowboys and Aliens.
He was the guy in Swiss Army Man. He was the not Daniel Radcliffe.
He was, like I said, one of the main bad guys in 12 Years a Slave, which won an Oscar. He was
Oh, he was in There Will Be Blood.
Looper,
That was a good movie.
which was a good movie. And his next biggest thing is the Riddler. Jonah Hill was in talks to be what is presumed to be Penguin. But those have fallen through, and Jonah Hill is not in the movie. It is said that he passed on whatever part that he was rumored to be, which was rumored to be the Penguin. It is not known as to why he passed on the role, but it was said that negotiations did not go well at all.
Well, if it's the Penguin, no one can be as good of a Penguin as Danny DeVito.
You should just do it again.
Because he looks like a penguin.
They typecast the fuck out of that dude.
That's really upsetting. I was excited for Jonah Hill.
Yeah, it
I thought
was.
he would do really well.
It said that they were very rocky to start. They did come close to closing, but at the last second, he backed out.
Well, honestly, like, I'd say he's close to that level of like high B-list actor.
Yeah.
He's important
James,
enough
where
to
are
say
you?
no to a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like,
And Catwoman is also going to be the main another main antagonist.
Sorry.
No, yeah, I know what you meant. Catwoman will also be featured. Zoe Kravitz.
Oh yeah, the girl from Avatar.
Yep. Will be Jason Momoa's sister. Actually, I didn't know that was Jason Momoa's sister, or stepsister.
Zoe what?
Uh,
Are you talking about Gamora?
no, Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, Zoe Kravitz. No, not the one you're speaking of, Mark.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Zoe Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz's daughter. Yeah, Lenny Kravitz's daughter. Jason Momoa's stepsister.
Okay. Oh, the girl from fucking X-Men First Class. Okay.
Yeah, she played Angel. She will be Catwoman. She also was in Mad Max Fury Road. So yeah, she will be
Well, it's appropriate to have Catwoman and Penguin in the same
so
veins there.
yeah. So that'll be huge. So yeah, basically Catwoman and the Riddler will be going up against Robert Pattinson's detective Batman.
Interesting.
Not the broody
Purple suit.
So we'll see what he plays. The last time the Riddler was portrayed in a movie was when Jim Carrey played him in Batman Beyond, which
Still
was
love that
considered one
performance.
of the worst Batman movies of all time because that had the
Movie was
bat suit with
fantastic.
nipples.
The movie was awesome.
For those who don't remember that,
It was
The
an
last
amazing
time-
movie.
Carrey.
I'm pretty sure that was the last time we got fucking Robin too.
Drew Carey in a Batman movie.
That's a good one.
Jim
Oh
Carrey.
no, Batman Forever was Robin.
well, he was in 2. Robin was in 2 of them.
Was he?
Yeah, he
was in both.
debuted in. Yeah, he was in both. The one with the Riddler where he debuted. Then he was in Batman and Robin, I think, with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Yep.
That card, never leave home without it.
James, where'd
Everybody
you go?
freeze.
Why
He's
are
right
you
there.
there?
He doesn't like talking about Marvel movies. Well, this is Marvel,
Oh.
this is DC.
I have no horse in this race.
The Matrix 4. Neil Patrick Harris has been cast in this movie. He will be playing the villain.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Literally gonna be the same exact character from a series of unfortunate events.
So
He's gonna come in with my hairline all spiked out,
Count Olaf.
Count Olaf and that shit with an evil scheme and a bunch of henchmen.
But in
And then
this
they're gonna
one,
break.
it's
Then they're
digital.
gonna break in. Yeah. Then they're gonna break into song. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be The
Break into
Matrix the
song.
musical.
yeah, it'll be we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see. Only one of the Wachowski brothers are sisters, not brothers.
Sisters.
Yeah, watch him out there, buddy.
They are now only one of them's doing. So yeah, that'll be interesting. 2022 is the set date for that movie. Everybody who was previous in that movie will return for this one. So you'll get a
That's
John
good.
Keanu.
you'll get a John Wick reunion at the end of John Wick 3 with Keanu and Morpheus. You're not supposed to know though about that.
They all break into dance.
John Wick 4.
Yeah, John Wick 4 is pretty much what it will be.
I'm so tired of those movies.
The last piece I have, Netflix. So over the last week on Friday, last week Friday, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, released.
I've heard a lot of mixed things about this movie.
I watched it. It's not at all what I expected. Not at all.
That's what they said too.
I won't spoil it, but very slow and...
I mean, Breaking Bad was pretty slow too. Not gonna lie.
It was, but at times it was
That's why I
really good
couldn't
too.
get
It
into it,
was,
man.
it was slow to start, but there was times when Breaking Bad was like, wow, this is fucking amazing.
I have
Yeah,
not
once you
watched
got into
a
the third
lick
or
of
fourth
that
season,
show.
it really picked up.
Yeah. Overall, where was it at? I gotta find the number. So for the opening weekend, 20.9 million people watched this movie. 20.9 million people watched it, making it the largest opening weekend for a Netflix or any streaming movie in history. I did the math. If you put that into the movie theater at the average $9.26 for a movie ticket, this movie would have done $194 million, making it the 7th highest grossing box office opening of all time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Didn't Bird Box do a similar thing?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Bird Box was huge as well. This actually beat Bird Box in terms of the views for the opening weekend.
That's wild.
Yeah, Bird Box was up there as well. Yeah, if this was released to theaters, $194 million is what it would have made off of the 20.9 million people that watched it. And you got to think, this isn't including people that are sharing the same account. So if you have 4 people in a room watching it together, it's not including that. So these numbers could even be even higher. They're estimating it did somewhere between 194 million to about $215 million, making it
God damn.
anywhere from number 7 to number 4 highest grossing opening movie of all time, if it was released in the box office. Which is insane. So good for them.
I don't understand.
Like why these companies release it direct to like Netflix and stuff.
Yeah, like I understand it's nice to have originals, but like I don't know. Would you make more money as a company if they actually sold it as a box office thing?
Well, this
But
was a
here's-
Sony movie, which is crazy too.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, like people with things like Netflix and Hulu and even things like Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, those are all things that lose money. There is no actual like real way of them making money off of this stuff over time.
That's what I was thinking of. Like,
So what they do is they have the stuff, they do these exclusive things to get investors on it, so the investors pour money into it so they can become the only game in town.
Yep. So it'll be interesting. Starting in 10, 11 days, actually, 12 days, you will have 5 streaming services. You have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and Apple TV Plus.
Hey.
Apple TV, well, start with Netflix, has 3 different tiers: basic, standard, and 4K. $9, $13, $16. Some of the highlights of Netflix: The Stranger Things, The Clown, Dear White People, BoJack Horseman, Glow, Glorious Women of Wrestling, third-party shows, and a bunch of movies. Hulu has ad-supported, $6 a month, or ad-free, $12 a month.
fucking scam.
Yeah. Or you can do their Hulu Plus for $40 a month, and then it's their one that you get TV.
Oh, Hulu Live.
Hulu Live, yeah, sorry.
It's a fucking scam too. If you want to get HBO and all that, it's like an extra $14 per package.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I personally love Hulu.
I get it free with Spotify.
Yeah, you can bundle that as well, which is nice. Some of the key shows on Hulu: The Handmaid's Tale, which actually
Kenny.
Fucking Letterkenny, yes.
Handmaid's Tale actually won a lot of awards, Golden Globes and stuff. Casual, Shrill, The Path, Castle Rock, and a bunch of other third-party shows and movies.
Give your fucking balls a tug.
Yeah, they have all the Fox content.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Disney.
Muscle Shirt came today. Muscle's coming tomorrow.
Yeah. Amazon Prime, they have $9 a month, Prime Video only, or you can get regular Prime for what is it, $12?
I think it's $100 a year.
Yeah, $100 a year.
I know I only spend $10 a month.
The Marvelous Miss
Maisel
is a featured show. Sneaky Pete, Bosch, Goliath, The Man in the High Castle.
Knew that one was
there
coming.
we go.
And then a bunch of other third.
Fucking Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan is fantastic.
I'm surprised Jack Ryan's not on here. But yeah, it just says third-party shows and movies. Disney Plus, you'll have Disney Plus for $6 a month. Disney Plus Hulu, $13 a month.
Disney Plus Plus.
It'll include every Disney movie in the vault, Star Wars, The Mandalorian, every Marvel movie, and Marvel shows including Loki, WandaVision, and The Simpsons. Apple TV Plus, you will have 2 different versions. It's $5 a month, or it comes free with the purchase of a brand new phone.
For a year.
For a year. That includes The Morning Show, which is like a spin of like a talk show, like Good Morning America. For All Mankind, C, which is the movie with Jason Momoa, where basically a giant apocalypse happens. Everyone wakes up and they're blind.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So essentially, this giant thing happens. They basically come out of captivity, or like they come out of hiding, and they realize they're blind and they don't know why. So they basically movies on that. It's
basically Bird Box, but without the choice.
Exactly. Dickinson.
Dickinson, what?
The author. It's just like a short series about the books. Little America, and 2 Oprah documentaries are some of the key things for
Disney
Apple
Plus?
TV Plus. No, Apple TV
Apple
Plus. So that's gonna be
the market is oversaturated. It's gonna burst. The bubble's gonna burst.
Yep, they're all gonna end up hurting.
I don't know. I don't think they are.
So
Well,
we'll
you
see
gotta
who
think-
comes out on
okay.
top.
All right, hold on. All right, let's do some quick maths here. 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3.
Quick maths.
Bet.
All right, so how much is the? All right, so for Netflix, all right,
It's 13
starts at
bucks
what?
average.
all right. So let's just do the 13 because let's just assume it's a family.
Yep.
Okay, so 13, and then Hulu is what?
If you get ad free, it's 12. With ads is 6.
All right, +6. All right, Apple TV
5.
5, and then
Disney's also
Disney's-
6, I believe.
Disney's $7,
7. Okay,
and
so that's
Amazon is
31.
10.
Oh, and then +10. All right, so that's $41 a month if you want to watch everything.
And
That's
then,
immensely more than you can get from basic cable.
yeah. And then
It
you
is,
include another
but-
$10 if say you're a wrestling fan. WWE Network, that's another $10.
So I was at 41 plus
HBO
10.
isn't included in that. There's HBO Now or HBO Go. How much is that? Anybody know?
On Hulu, it's a
not
$14 package per month.
Yeah, I think it's like it's $15
Okay.
if you do it separately. So 15.
So that's
Oh, I did
HBO
not do
Go.
that. Fuck off! I don't press that button. Thank you. All right, so we're at $66. Let's
C-
say you're like me and you watch anime.
Mhm.
So I get Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll, yeah.
So I think I spend what, $10?
Yep. CBS has they're separate. They have their own streaming service. That's $10 a month, which is stupid.
Yeah, it's way
Because
saturated at this point.
I don't know why. Because you can download Fox, NBC, and ABC the apps and log in with your internet provider, and you get those for free. CBS you got to pay for.
You can get recent episodes from CBS from their website for free too. Which
Well, yeah, but if you want to watch like every episode of
Big Brother or some shit.
yeah, Big Brother and
What
not
about the
Breaking
Big
Bad,
Bang? What
Big
about
Bang
the
Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, you got to pay for all those.
Bazunga.
Yeah, you got to have the subscription. So yeah, that's another
Alright,
$10.
So we're at $86.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for them to come out on VHS. I'll just watch them all.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be certain things you'll never get to see.
Yeah, because it's all in that like extra content that comes on the VHS at the very end of the tape.
Obviously, like things like CBS will never be as big, and they know that. But in terms of like the 5 big ones, Netflix,
Oh.
Hulu, Amazon, Disney, and Apple TV, it'll be interesting to see who actually
You
gets
gotta
like
think,
the
though.
lead.
What about if your father likes sports? So ESPN.
Oh, ESPN,
Plus.
ESPN Plus. That's another
I think
$15.
13.
13.
Even
Right.
with
Nine.
that being said, that's how many streaming services? Like 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say you bottom everything out about $10 a piece because we're at what, 90 to $100 right now. Say it's like
$99 exactly.
okay,
$100.
so
So
say we're
let's think with
say-
tax, $120.
say we're looking at about $120. $20 less is what people pay for basic, not basic cable, but like cable and internet.
Yeah.
You're getting immensely more than you would ever get.
Okay.
And honestly, no one's
personally-
gonna have every single one of those either. They're gonna
Yeah.
have one or the other.
Then I
I
guess you do
personally-
have to pay $40 for
But-
an internet service.
But
But internet's consistently going down all the time. Obviously not all the time, but like progressively, it's a lot cheaper than it used to be.
But here's the thing too, though. Here's the thing. People complain about with like cable. They give me all this shit that I don't watch. So why do I pay for it? Same thing
Mhm.
with this. They
Yeah,
give you a
you're
bunch
gonna
of
get.
shit that you're not gonna watch. Even
You
more
only
shit
want
that
one
you're
of
not
the
gonna
show.
watch.
You only
Yeah.
want 1 or 2 of the shows on the thing. Like once The Office is off of Netflix, I'm probably gonna get rid of it. To be honest with you, it's the only thing I really kind of watch. Maybe a little Star Trek here and there, but.
See,
Yeah,
I feel like
Frasier.
it's more pick and choose with the services though.
But
Well,
over
I think
time, I mean, you look at like Netflix; they've gone up in price.
oh they've gone up a
They're doing
ton.
more original content.
Used to be $8 a month
They're
all the
going
time.
to-
Yep.
They're going to weekly viewable content too.
Put it in perspective. This year, Netflix has spent $15 billion on licensing for independent movies and TV shows, and that is expected to go up 25% next year.
So they're gonna they're gonna charge more money for this.
So yeah, they're
down
gonna.
the line.
Yeah, it's supposed
So
to go.
they can at least pay stockholders a little bit of money.
Yeah. So yeah, they're expect that $15 billion they spent on curating and licensing content, they're supposed to spend even more next year to get TV shows, movies that are specifically streamed to Netflix. So hopefully the price doesn't go up, but it might.
Probably.
Yeah,
You got to think though, if Apple is getting
personally
all these huge movies, and
that's
so
gonna
is
go up.
Disney,
but
do those
They're
prices
also in
stay?
their first year. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel after they get past their first hump of like actually not making money and building their library, I feel it's just gonna go up after they have people that are subscribed to it.
I feel like 2 years in, it's gonna be $10 a month.
So that's what Netflix did.
Which isn't bad though.
Yeah.
No, but how often are you going to actually watch this shit? How
It'll-
If it's-
nice would
so-
it be just to pay one fee? Let's say here, I want to pay $60 a month, and
For
I
everything?
can pick and choose anything that I want to watch from any of these streaming platforms.
Yeah, but that would consist of one company owning them all, though.
Yeah.
And that's not possible
Or
due to the
them
fact that
working
everyone has
together.
original content
Well-
and none of them are
well-
going to share with each other.
Yeah.
No, Disney's just gonna buy everyone.
Well, they
Okay.
but you have Apple though.
Let them do it.
They're not gonna
Disney's
buy Apple.
Disney's gonna buy everyone.
Disney's not.
Assimilate.
The mouse is
It's
not
an-
going to get Apple.
Jesus.
It's not a monopoly. It's not a monopoly. I swear, guys, it's not.
We
Disney's
do
gonna buy
amusement
everything.
parks.
Woohoo! But yeah,
Who
it'll
else
be.
will not get the fruit company?
I think it'll take a good year and a half to
Not
see
yet,
like
at
the
least.
true numbers of what actually is going to be on top. Because out of the gate, Netflix, of course, will be number one because they have the most. But I think once a good year or two, it'll give us the actual like growth patterns and everything along those lines to see who is actually leading the way.
And with so Apple TV is also or Apple TV Plus EX Ultra 2 World Championship Edition is a little different because you kind of already have to. It's not as accessible as a Netflix or Hulu where you can watch that shit on a fucking toaster. Apple TV, you have to have either an Apple phone, you have to use your computer, or you have to have an Apple TV or an iPad. It's not like I can go onto my TV right now and download the Apple TV app.
Right.
So I think
Unless you
that
have
will
an-
hurt Apple TV.
I'd
Plus a
imagine
lot.
LGs would get them.
I don't think so.
I mean, they were the first ones to actually allow Apple AirPlay, so I mean, they have a deal with them. So I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, I don't know because they have the Apple TVs.
Maybe the higher end
Well,
TVs.
maybe a Vizio, because Vizio actually does HomeKit support. It's
Oh,
the only
okay.
TV that I know that does HomeKit, but that has Chromecast built into it.
That's true.
So will
True.
Google allow that?
Yeah.
Same with LG. They have Google Assistant built into it now. They have Google Chromecast built into it now. Will Google be okay with that?
Yeah.
Or will they have two different TVs? Hey, here's your LG OLED with Google Assistant built in, and here's your LG TV that has Siri built in.
Or Apple just makes their own TV.
Yeah, I was
Which I'd
thinking at the
imagine
same
they would.
time.
Yeah.
You
Like-
come home, all the TVs are arguing with each other.
Well, because look at the Fire TV, they partnered with Toshiba, and now you have the Fire Stick built into a Toshiba TV.
To be honest, though, Fire Stick kind of partnered with everyone they possibly could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting in November because that's when everything releases. So November 2nd is Disney Plus. November 12th is Apple Plus.
And November 19th is Google Stadia.
So November's gonna be a big year, a big month.
And Norman Reedus experiences his funky fetus.
So to finish up, I can do my top. I have the list of the top 25 best animes. You want to save it for another time?
It's up to you guys.
We should save that for a night when you're talking about more anime stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go
Well,
with that.
I don't know if we're gonna be talking about more anime stuff. on this podcast, at least.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's up to you guys. I can knock it out really quick.
Okay.
Fuck it, let's just knock it out real quick
Yeah.
so it's out,
Alright.
out of there.
Yeah, I'm
so
curious.
let's so finishing up, kind of segueing into one final list of the night before we finish our podcast: the top 25 best animes of all time. Number 25, One Piece.
That's way too high.
Yeah, that is. Top 30, yes. Top 25, no.
Number 24, No Game, No Life.
I hear good things.
I've never heard of that one.
This brilliant anime can be addicting for gamers thanks to its unique plot and concept of a fantasy world.
It's basically like it's like Sword Art Online minus the incest after
Yeah.
season 2.
Okay.
Everything is governed by specific rules and must be followed at all times.
So China.
Yeah, so China.
Number 23, Psychopath.
Psychopaths?
Psychopaths. Sorry.
That one should be way further down. That was a fantastic anime.
Number 22. Akam Ga Kill. I don't know.
Akame Kill?
Akame got killed.
Akame Kill.
Akame Kill's good.
Actually, you know what, Walker? You should just send me the list.
Hang on. 1 second. Well, that was the only hard. I'm going through the other ones. I'm pretty sure I can
okay.
pronounce the other ones.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
You are not a true otaku.
Number 21, Wandering Samurai.
Don't know that one.
Wandering Samurai is really good.
Okay.
It's really good. It's one of the older, like, I would say, I think it's like, what, early 2000s
Yeah.
anime?
It's based in 1870.
One thing better beyond there that I'm thinking is
Number 20, One Punch Man.
I fucking hate that show.
Yeah, overrated.
19. 1 second, my computer's glitching out of me. Inuyasha.
Inuyasha's alright.
I like that one.
Great. It's alright.
It's nostalgia for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Toonami.
much.
It's the Toonami days.
18, Trigun.
Trigun?
Trigun's really good.
Trigun's phenomenal.
That was like one of the first animes that I like independently really super got into.
Yeah, I remember I would stay up because when I was younger, it was only on like at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was me with Inuyasha.
So
Fox the Stampede. Here we go.
Yeah, because it was on Toonami on Cartoon Network.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I would watch Inuyasha, and then Trigun would be on right after it. I remember going to school the next day, like.
That trigger you, Nate.
Little.
My bad. Trigun,
No, you're
Trigun.
good, dude. I'm an overcompensated stickler. I fucking everything has to be exact, or I freak out for whatever reason. You're good though, no worries.
Number 17, Samurai Champloo.
Shampoo.
Yeah,
Shampoo.
absolutely.
Shampoo's good.
Yep,
I've never
that's
actually
on
watched that one.
It's
That's on my
really good.
list. I love
It's
that.
another
anime.
really good. It's a good Ronin anime. Don't
Okay.
watch Rurouni Kenshin. Watch Samurai Champloo.
16, Soul Eater.
Soul Eater's solid. I don't know if it should be that.
It shouldn't be in the top 25.
Number 15, Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul's fantastic.
I've only seen 3 episodes.
I recognize the character from the math, like the face. Number 14, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, that should be like much higher on the
Yeah.
list.
Like that. Wait, what do you mean?
It
Like
should be
that's what I-
top 10.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
I'm surprised this one's not higher. Number 13, Full Metal Alchemist.
Are
Oh,
we
with
talking
just the basic?
Alchemist or Brotherhood?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
the
that's the
basic.
big thing.
Just
Okay,
the basic.
Brotherhood-
I can
better.
get that. Brotherhood's phenomenal.
Brotherhood's
Everybody
much better.
knows.
That's a top 5 anime.
Uh-huh.
I know what the first number one's gonna be.
If it's
Uh,
Dragon Ball, just jumping out the window.
I don't know. I've never actually seen this list, so I don't know.
Okay.
Number 12, Code.
Yes.
Code
Yes.
Lyoko?
Yeah.
Oh. I wasn't really
Totally
happy.
okay.
My childhood busted through my mouth. I couldn't even stop it.
Code
It is an
Geass
anime,
pretty
though,
good.
technically.
It's a French anime. It's a not good French anime.
It's fucking great. You take the blasphemous shit back.
Number 11, Bleach.
That should be a little bit higher. Bleach is great.
I had a
Bleach-
buddy that was.
Bleach got very bad in certain parts. Like the
I don't-
filler arcs were very bad.
See, I can agree to an extent. I don't necessarily know if I'd say bad. They definitely went off the rails, though.
There was a whole arc that was just a filler that meant nothing. It was all a dream.
Do you remember the Power Ranger arc?
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, that one was bad. That one was not great.
Number 10, Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale's great.
Fairy Tale's pretty good.
Number 9, Sword Art Online.
I hate
Oh,
no,
no,
absolutely
fuck
fucking
off.
not.
Get
Yeah.
that incest
Fuck
shit
that
out
shit.
of my house.
Well, that's
I
number.
Oh
didn't
my
make it-
God.
I didn't even make it that far.
Season 1 was good. Season 2 was trash.
Uh-huh.
I remember the episode where I was like, I'm done watching this. It was the one with the big fish.
Yep.
That was the
Okay.
episode where I was like, I'm done watching this stupid fucking
Yeah,
show.
that
They're
was like
fighting
what
again,
tail end of season 1, right?
I guess. I
Was
don't
this the
know.
one I said I wanted to watch, where you basically you're stuck in the
I
game?
tried to- Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get into it, and then it's
There
just
are
like they're
better
crying
anime.
again.
There
I'm
are
done.
better anime.
Yeah, that's number 9. Number 8 is the good old G itself, Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
It's not number 1. Number 8, you got to think it's probably one of the most popular animes, not even in the world, at least in the United States. It has the
Brazil, it's huge. South America's huge.
Dragon Ball Super
Huge.
Resurrection F
Good.
was the number 1 animated movie of all time.
Hmm.
Like in terms of box office, like worldwide, it did a ton of money, which is actually pretty cool.
Not even the top 20 best anime movies, though.
Let's still box
in
office
my
did good.
eyes.
Number 7, Naruto.
That should be higher.
Number 6, Attack on Titan.
I think that should be a little lower, but it is a great anime.
It's grown on me. It's grown on me a lot. Having it on in the background and doing things while having it on, I've grown to appreciate it a lot more.
Number 5, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah,
Okay,
buddy.
yep.
Yeah, it was good.
I forgot. So I rewatched Brotherhood not too long ago, and I forgot about the Chimera episode.
Oh no.
It came so early, my heart broke. I wasn't ready.
So, as much as I could not stand that, I don't know if you've ever watched the live action, but I'd say it hurt just as much to
Really?
realize what's going on.
Really?
The live
I'll have to
action is
watch it.
so
Even I know what you're talking about. That's a rough scene.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's
is probably the
sad.
most hated man in all of anime ever.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Wow.
Tao.
He did. Yeah.
Anybody want to take guesses from the top 4?
Please, it's not going to be on here, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ramna 1.5.
Okay, so
Yeah.
can you see the top 4?
Yeah, I went down and looked at them all.
So do not tell me, but are they like critically acclaimed animes or animes you haven't really?
Have you heard of any of these?
I've heard of 2 out of the top 4, and 2 are very popular TV shows that are still on
Okay.
today.
So I'm gonna shoot.
Well, 1's not on. The 1 is.
My Hero Academia?
So number 4, Dragon Ball, the original.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I like Dragon Ball.
Number 3, Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Should have known.
Anime.
So that would be the one that's on
Nostalgia
today.
reasons. Nostalgia.
And now the top 2 I have never heard of. I have heard of number 1. I haven't heard of number 2. These are actual like anime, not Dragon Ball, Pokemon animes. Number 2, Future Diary,
Okay.
Yeah, Future Diary's
Future
good.
Diary's solid.
and
Not number 2 solid, but
Yeah.
still good.
Top
Uh,
10.
Oh yeah.
this was number 1 was voted the best anime of all time in Japan,
Assassination Classroom.
No.
Um,
no, definitely not Assassination.
and considered one of the darkest series of all time.
Ooh.
Oh wait.
Hold on.
Wait.
I know what it is.
Fuck.
I think I know what it is. I highly doubt it would be that
No,
though.
because it's already did Tokyo Ghoul.
It's not Death Note, is it?
It might be Death Note.
It is Death
Is it
Note.
fucking Death
Get
Note?
the fuck
It
out of
is.
here. I will tell you. I
deserve to be number one.
No.
no.
It
Not
is
even
Death
like-
Note. It is Death Note is rated voted the number one best anime of all time. It dared to
There
go
were
places
parts of
no other
Durarara that was
animes
worse
dared
than
to
fucking
go.
that.
Is what it
Bro,
says.
I will admit though that fucking anime was super good, and it felt like it could have ended at the end of at the end of the first season, or it could have ended at the end of the second season. I mean, like it was like two animes in one almost. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Death
So,
Note was
It
great.
took me like
Not
4
number
times to
one
get
great.
into it.
No.
Nah, I don't know about that. I don't think it was the best one ever.
Where's my
Big
Yu
O.
Yu Hakusho?
Best one ever. Yeah, where's Big O on that list? Like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, Death Note was number one.
Where's Lupin the Third?
Right.
100% My Hero should have been on there.
My Hero should have been it should have been like in the 25 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
Higher than-
Pokemon even potentially being number one just for how long that's lasted till now. So, being one of the highest grossing gaming franchises of all time, a cartoon that started in the 90s that's still relevant today, that's still on TV. So,
Still having people walk in front of cars and off of bridges.
yeah, one of the biggest mobile games in history.
I'm sincerely
Nope, not
surprised
anymore.
that none of the Fates were on there. I thought those were super
Yeah,
good.
Fates were pretty good. I'm surprised things like Yuri on Ice wasn't on there.
Yeah. So this one's a little bit more obscure, but I'm kind of surprised that Toriko wasn't even there. I think Toriko's a really good anime. I just think not enough people know about it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! That was big back in the day. Is that top 25? I don't know.
Zoids. We'll throw Zoids on there.
Okay, we're talking about Zoids.
If you think though,
I fuck with Zoids all
Oh,
day
I
absolutely.
fuck with Zoids.
like at one point Yu-Gi-Oh! Was destroying Pokemon, especially in the card realm. I think it was bigger cards than an actual show itself, Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm also
Yeah.
Where's
I wasn't a huge
Fell?
fan. Sincerely surprised Sailor Moon wasn't on there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon.
I've never got into it, but like I
That
know
would have been,
it's,
yeah,
like,
that's
huge.
OG up there too with Dragon Ball. Sailor Moon would have been one of the classics. So, but yeah, that was the top 25. It's a good list.
Do you want to get into releases?
Yeah, let's
Real
talk
quick.
about that really quick and then call it an evening, gentlemen.
All right. October 22nd, Farm Simulator 19 comes out. Cool.
Ooh,
Unfortunately, WWE 2K20 comes out on October 22nd.
Oh, I thought that was already out.
Nope. PBA Pro Bowling comes out on the 22nd as well as Skullgirls Second Encore on the Switch comes out.
Okay.
Corpse Party 2 is coming out on the 23rd. Wow. Okay. COD comes out on Friday. Outer Worlds comes out on Friday. Medieval comes out on
that'll be
Friday.
good.
I don't know. I don't know what I'll be playing. Either Outer Worlds or Call of Duty. Who knows? Definitely not.
Outer
Definitely not.
Worlds.
Outer Worlds will be good. The Medieval remake comes out the 25th as well.
Yeah. 28th is next podcast.
Yeah, that's next week.
Yeah. Okay. So we will end there, but it looks like there's some pretty decent bangers coming out on the 28th.
Movies and TV, there is nothing. Unless you watch Will and
Sweet.
Grace. That comes out 24th.
Lit.
You're still making that show.
Season
Apparently.
11, I guess. I had no
Didn't it take
idea.
a few years off?
It got canceled.
Yeah.
It got canceled, and then somehow people wanted it back, so they brought it back.
Somehow.
I don't know. Well,
Arrested Development had the same thing happen.
Yeah.
you got to look at all these
Futurama had the same thing happen.
Yeah.
all these movies and
Family
TV
Guy.
shows. Yeah, Family Guy.
Arrested
Literally
Development.
every cartoon getting canceled.
Yeah, every single cartoon show. Which
Cancel
is
South
weird
Park.
to me, though, that Disney talks about how on Disney Plus The Simpsons are coming to it, but they don't mention Family Guy, American Dad, or any of the other shows. But they're all owned by Disney now.
Well,
So-
because The Simpsons is way more of a household name. That's why.
It's been around for way longer too. So
been around
It's like
longer than I've been alive.
26 years?
It's been around longer than more than half. Well, than 3 of the people in this podcast have been alive.
It's very true. Very, very true. I never got into it because my mom wouldn't let me watch it when I was younger. But yeah, I'm not even
Mr. Plow
joking.
is still one of the best episodes of any comedy ever.
Well,
Mr.
there's all those
Plow
conspiracy theories about how they've hatched out. Yeah, predicted the future.
How
Well,
dude's a time traveler.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a different episode. But
No Strabardis.
so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out today. Let's go around the horn really quick. Tell everyone what we'll be doing. Where can they find us, and go from there. James, you can go first, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna be streaming as much Fire Emblem as possible, and then that's at twitch.tv/people8studios. If you want to see pictures of Curb, you can check me out at twitter.com at people810. And if you want to watch some Let's Plays of Man and Medan, Final Fantasy VII, and Yakuza 0, check me out at youtube.com/people8studios.
Nice. What about you, Mark? I know you don't stream very much, but what do you got going on?
Yeah, haven't been doing that too much, but just been playing a bunch of games with you guys here.
He could be
Nothing too
featured
much.
at one of our many streams.
I'll be playing not Cyberpunk, fucking wrong game. That one game that comes out on Friday. that
Outer
I'm-
Wilds?
Outer
Or Outer
Wilds.
Worlds? Fuck!
Outer Worlds. Yeah, I'll
Outer
be playing
Wilds
that
is
on
already
Friday.
out.
Pretty hyped for that. Yeah, Game Bar can't pass it up. Or not Game Bar, Game Pass can't pass it up.
Jesus Christ.
It's midnight.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
It's 1 o'clock. It's
1
not
o'clock.
midnight.
Double
Close.
fuck me.
It's one of
Double
them.
fuck me.
You remember how we said like
We
before
were not going to go
started
past
doing
1
this?
o'clock.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll actually get done at midnight instead of 1 o'clock.
Yeah, no.
Got him.
Bold faced lie.
And then we started
That's
an
a
hour later.
face line.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly.
Yep.
What about you,
Yeah,
Nate?
that's it for me.
I am going to. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna be streaming. I know I'm gonna be
When are you
streaming
gonna
though.
play Canarium again?
I'm gonna play Canarium as soon as all of you decide you don't want to play fucking Sea of Thieves one night. It's enjoyable when I have people to play with.
Good luck with that with me, man.
Yeah.
Thursday play Canarium. I'm not playing Sea of Thieves, or I'm not streaming.
Okay, I'm down. I'll play Thursday Canarium. So I'm
And
playing
then you
Canarium
have-
Thursday.
Thursday, you have Overwatch.
I'll play
I do.
Canarium earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna be
Wednesday.
streaming. You can find me everywhere at YF Kitsune. I pretty much have that name across all platforms. Except apparently fucking Epic, when I think my PlayStation name took that one over. But I'm gonna be streaming some Fortnite as well. I actually have a big event I'm trying to put together. I'm trying to do a giant creative mode
Nice.
Fortnite battle royale kind of deal.
That might
Just
be
with a
fun.
bunch of random people. So if any of you are down, I know James, you don't really fuck with the baby game, the gay baby game.
Well, the
But,
creative sense is different, though. That's just
Yeah,
us.
no, 100%. Like I would love to do a giant prop hunt with a bunch of friends. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and I put it on
Yeah.
Twitter too to see if I can get any like randoms in there, just
Yeah.
because I feel like pulling a bunch of people together would be fun. But on Epic, you
Definitely.
can add me at YF Kit because apparently my PlayStation fucked me. But yeah, you know. Well, yeah, everywhere at YF Kitsune, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Apparently, I accidentally exported a video to YouTube. I didn't realize it, so
Nice.
you can find an Overwatch video game there.
There you go.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
What about you, Shrodes?
Yeah, Splash Screen Gaming on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Doing our thing. Team Splash Screen actually on Facebook.
You got a new love now.
Mm,
New love child of
I do.
a game.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves, my friends. I think I'll be playing that a little bit this week. So I'll probably actually stream that a little bit. But other than that, the Thursday night brawl, throwdown, and then we have this next Sunday. So
Heck yeah, man.
yes, I got going on.
For myself, Captain Geach 15, I removed the underscore from everything. So now it is just straight Captain Geach. I am doing big things in life. I am rebranding myself. Like I said, I removed the underscore.
Grand
Yes,
old
rebrand.
rebrand.
Yep. Walker, if you're
Not-
talking, we can't hear
Not
you.
good
buddy.
of you.
Rip.
I'd muted myself.
No.
No.
Sea of Thieves, honestly, is probably the biggest thing we'll be playing. Obviously, Call of Duty will be coming out, but that's not until Friday.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves until then. It's a fun, really fun game. Apex, I've been kind of dabbling in, but I haven't really been streaming it. I did customize some of my stuff on my stream, where I have a different. It's the Victory Cloud. Moving his sword, whatever that the sound is. Yeah. Of when someone donates money to me, and it Goku powering up to Super Saiyan 3 when I get a follow. So all of a sudden you hear ah, and then it's an image of Goku powering up. So I spent like 3 hours doing those. Nothing super fantastic, but it's still something though. So slowly getting there from when I actually start streaming, getting back into the realm of that. So, and once again, Captain Geach 15. And make sure you follow us. You email us, you love us, you like us, Level Unlock Podcast at gmail.com. Send us some emails. You follow us on our podcast page, levelunlocked.podbean.com, or anywhere podcasts are available, and especially on Twitter. At what, Jameson?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
Holla at me. And from everyone here at Splash Screen Gaming. Why the fuck did I just say Splash Screen Gaming? Wow.
You were like so confident in that too. Hold the fuck on. You had no like separation in your thought. It was just you were doing it.
You're welcome. I was looking at my screen and I just saw Splash Screen Gaming, so I just said it. That was, yeah, from everyone here at the Level Unlocked Podcast. Jeez.
I'm fucking done.
All to the Jake Paulers, the Low Gangs, everybody. We will see you next week. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful week. Deuces.
Have a good one.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for your time.